everybody. My name is Frankie Macdonald. You're listening to SimpCast with Chrissie Mayr. I'm Frankie Macdonald.
Isso aqui é bom para as costas. Bom para isso aqui, ó. Pescoço. Você tem que ficar firme, firme, firme.
Chaval aqui, chinamo kikirani, tsai shavakirani, tsai makikirani. I want my winner, I want my winner.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, red.
Caller, this call is for Ayala. Hi. So.
Hey, do you remember me?
Who's this?
Nick?
No.
Last name Gers.
Nick Gers. I don't know names. I don't even remember my mom's name.
Say it again.
If you were telling me my mom, I wouldn't remember her name. Like, I'm really bad with names. How do you look?
Will you say my name again? I don't even know if you heard me right.
Nick Gers.
Thank you.
Why? Why do you have to call in like that? Why do you have to call in like that? That's not a good caller. It's a horrible, horrible caller. I'm going to play you a little song.
Nick Gers! Oh, Nick.
The Star Wars Lego set Death Star. But can he chug a sparkling water and not burp? Oh my gosh. What do I do?
Me Chinese, me play jokes, me put pee-pee in your coat.
What's up, Vivek?
Hey.
Whoa!
Hey, what's up, guys?
I was craving a Slurpee.
Can I get my change back correctly?
We'll.
I feel like a lot of us are conservative in the way that we just want to be able to say the N-word and it not really matter.
That's all I want. Come on. Is that so much to ask? Can't I just say the N-word? Does that make me a bad person?
Come on, guys.
Violet's a huge fan of yours. She loves censored TV.
Oh, great.
I do. I love your show. Big fan.
All she wants is to be able to say the N-word, but that's the only thing that's holding her back in life.
Yeah.
Oh, it just, you go like this.
I'm taking the dog. Dumbass.
I'm taking the dog.
He's just happy to have the attention. He's just happy to have the attention.
Got tired of my scheming. It's me. Hi, I'm the baddie. It's me.
Hello. I'm alive. I'm alive. Welcome to SimpCast. It is Sunday, February 25th. It is the last SimpCast of Black History Month. How? And I don't have any black people on the show tonight. Oopsie. Maybe I can fix that by the end of the show. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is well. There's only a few more days left in Black History Month. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyone have big plans? Anyone gonna loot a Target? Before I bring in, I'll never get tired of that joke. Before I bring in our fabulous panel, I have a stand-up comedy show to promote. Guys, I will be in Grantville, Pennsylvania. You thought I was done performing. Guess what? I'm not. One more super pregnant show for you all. Come see me in Grantville, Pennsylvania. I'm told it's near Hershey, Pennsylvania. March 22nd. Friday, March 22nd, Grantville, PA. It's the Laughing Stock Comedy Club, run by my good friends Jeffrey Paul and Rich Carucci. Come on out. And before that, actually in just a few weeks, Saturday, March 9th, it's not in my calendar, but it will be. I will be presenting an award at the GRIFTIES. That is the award show hosted by Uncle Hotep and Hotep Jesus. It's Saturday, March 9th at the Dojo of Comedy. Yes, the same place where where we were all pepper sprayed last night. That's right. I'm not afraid to go back there. So that'll be March 9th. Come on out. Very, very fun lineup of people and presenters. So if you're in the Jersey area, hey, if you missed my show last night, I better see your ass at the GRIFTIES. Please and thank you. All right. We have such an all-star cast tonight. I'm just going to bring everyone in like a herd of puppies onto a person laying on the ground. Yes. Woo. Hello, ladies.
Ooh.
Hello.
Hi.
How is everyone?
Wonderful.
Well,
Not coughing anymore.
Not coughing anymore. I don't know why our little lower thirds aren't showing up. I wonder if that's something that I can fix. We'll look into that. Why? Oh well, who cares? If you guys don't know everyone's name at this point, something is wrong with you. Autistic boobs, mint salad, lighting up a candle. What kind of candle are we lighting up?
this is a sweet sugared lemon candle.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. I love lemon so much.
I love a woman who takes a lemon candle out of the kitchen and into the bedroom.
Yes.
I love that you're not afraid to do that.
I love a woman who uses lemon pledge as air freshener.
Is there like a specific type of scent you're supposed to use for a specific type of the room?
I guess maybe this is just my preconception. I feel like lemon smells belong in the kitchen.
Associated with
just like women.
Cotton and like laundry smells.
Interesting.
You could
I'm
put
still
that
on
best candle. Any Reed Street Soap Company candle goes great in the kitchen or the bedroom. Yes.
I feel like Brittany Venti would be an expert on this topic.
She would.
She would
does
weigh
have
in.
some candle knowledge. The boobs are looking great and they don't look autistic. They just look good and they're out.
Thanks.
So,
I'm Boob Ross
you.
now. That's
You're
it
what
is that I
now?
am. I'm Boob Ross.
What's boob Ross?
You know Bob Ross, but Boob Ross.
Oh,
I'm wearing the
boob
Bob
builder.
Ross.
I get it.
Our boobs builder. we got all
Yes,
kinds of
this is a happy accident we're all
Yeah.
witnessing.
Yes, exactly.
Cute. I love it. Keep it coming. The newly married Anna, that Star Wars girl, is here. Oh my God! First SimpCast as a married lady.
Oh wow,
What's
you're
it?
right. I'm
Oh.
also insanely hungover. So
Yes. Keep the honeymoon going. Keep it
Where
going as
you were
long
in
as you can.
Rio on your honeymoon? What was it? Brazil?
yeah, so we went to Rio. We went to like the Iguazu waterfalls, and then we went to Sao Paulo, and then we went to Panama, and then we came home.
It suited you. You looked marvelous. Ugh.
Thank you. I miss it. I want to go back.
I know. Gosh.
You took like such a legit honeymoon, like such a balls out, jumping on a plane. It's something like that. The idea of doing that scared the crap out of me. I was like, I'm gonna be so tired, but like, because you're so overwhelmed from just pulling off the wedding, and then you have to have everything packed, and then you leave right away. And you were gone, what was it, 2
10
weeks?
days.
10
10
days?
days.
That's
We
good.
couldn't
That's
be away
solid.
from the puppies longer than
Aw.
10 days. Because at first he's like, let's do 2 weeks. And it's like, no, we can't be away from them. They're our babies.
Oh, who took care of your dogs?
My mother.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, so grandma got to babysit them.
Did anybody in your wedding, Anna, chastise you for involving your dog?
I don't care.
I don't give a fuck.
Everyone jokes about this, so I didn't realize it because I was very intoxicated. But every single speech, every single person roasted me. So at this point in my life, I think all my family and his family. What the hell is that noise?
Someone's
What's
keyboard's
that?
really loud.
He
It
sounded
types
like
with
galloping.
purpose.
I know.
Is that you, Mint? It sounded like galloping.
I got a quieter, less cool keyboard.
Oh,
That was
Bluetooth
quiet.
keyboard.
No, sorry. I have like all new shit, so I don't know how any of it sounds. So apparently very loud. My bad.
Oh, I was
Sorry.
like, someone's writing a firmly worded email.
I know.
Very- Scotty types like that. Yeah, it pisses me off. With
That sounds like somebody is writing an email to Anna's wedding baker, actually.
Oh, fuck that bitch.
You didn't like your Disney cake?
Oh my God. You mean my $850 cake that looks nothing like what I paid for?
That was odd. Oh, I That didn't realize looked it was that much.
What?
And you know what?
How
She
could you
had
get
the
there?
audacity to say, like, well, you didn't send me the pictures on time. I'm like, you told me you couldn't make the cake until 2 days before the wedding, and I sent you all the
Ooh.
pictures. And because she had to make it with buttercream, because I don't like the fondant. I like I wanted specifically like the chunks of frosting because I am a child inside and I like sugar. And I'm like, I want the flowers to be made out of frosting. And I've only ever had 4 pictures of different like things for the cake. And I was like, I want these type of flowers from this one. I want this design from this one. And like how there's pearls on this one, do that on it. And then this picture is for the color scheme. Did she listen to any of it? No. And we're going through other reviews and we're like, okay, she just does this because some of them are new, like mine. And I'm like, she just doesn't care. She just, yeah, there you go. And I found out, you see those flowers? At first, we thought that those were plastic, and apparently they're sugar, which they didn't feel like sugar. All of us touched them.
They
just
probably were
flowers you can
hard,
buy.
right?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were super hard. That's what
I've
she
seen
said.
these before.
Well, no, you could just buy those. I see it now all over Instagram because I'm searching out different things, and I'm like, I don't know where the fuck she got this ugly yellow and this teal from. It just everything about it is infuriating, and I'm like, I said before, I was like, I'm gonna do this myself, and Peaches and now my whole family, they're like, Anna, you're crazy, and I'm like, but if I do it myself, this shit doesn't happen. See?
Anna, you could have done it yourself, but it's like on your wedding day, on your wedding weekend, you shouldn't be slaving over a
No,
cake.
yes, you should. You know why? Because, listen, if you want something done right, you do it yourself. If I would have done it, I would have not had this happen, and I would have my $850 back, which I could have spent in Brazil.
Right, and you probably could have made it for less than that yourself.
I'm just baffled. What color is that?
I don't know.
Like, who wants to eat a beige cake? What?
And I know you want to show everyone your feelings towards your support of Ukraine. And this
I
cake
know.
did do
I didn't
that.
notice that until you said it, and I was like, "Oh my fucking God, you're right."
It's cute, but
No, it's not cute. There's
it's
nothing.
not what
look
you
at how
wanted.
messy. It's
In
so
what
messy
world?
too.
In what world is this first cake look like the second cake? It looks nothing alike. Like, what?
She didn't
I could
even
do a better
attempt
job than
these.
this.
She didn't even attempt these flower designs in the middle. There was no attempt at that.
Yeah.
Not
Would you
at all.
want the 7 dwarves on it?
So I did give them to her because you know how there's like little dollops and they'll have cherries on them? It was supposed to be like that because my wedding was fairy tale themed.
Right.
I explained to her in one of the other photos I have, I'm like, you see that? I want these guys because it's the movie that like me and my sister would watch the most together. And since she can't be there because she's
Sentimental
dead,
value.
I wanted
Yeah.
something to incorporate that.
I
But
love that. It would be hilarious if she was like, Princess, I'll put these little bubs on the cake, and you didn't want it. But no, I
well, no, it
understand.
just it doesn't
would
make
have been
sense.
cute done correctly.
The way that she put them on there, it just nothing about it made sense. And so I also spent $1,000 on cupcakes, which thank goodness I did because we didn't serve this cake. I refused to have this in any photos. So but when I went there the day before to like check with her to make sure everything looked good, her assistant was there and she's like, "Oh, you the one with the purple?" I was like, "No, I hate purple. What are you talking about, purple?" And I guess those were supposed to be the cupcake things. I didn't see any of the cupcakes, so I don't know if she used purple or not, but this woman is a nightmare. And so I called her, then I got mad. And so like we ended our phone call and she refused to give me any kind of refund or anything. And then so Peaches called her and he's like, all right, well, you're blaming it on her not sending you the photos in time. So if you never got the photos, what were you planning on doing? Which was basically this. And it's even says in my contract, like the one thing that she wrote down for decorations was pearls, and there's not a single pearl on this cake. And she's trying to say, "Oh, well, you need to read the contract. You're the one that violated the contract." And I'm like, "Bitch, I've fucking read this contract. I basically have it memorized now. There's nothing I did that broke this contract, but you, on the other hand, completely broke this contract." So I think we are going to take her to small claims court.
A small cakes court. It would be funny if she turned the cake around and was like, "Actually, look," and there was like an image of Pearl Davis on the back. Like, here's a pearl.
No, I took a video of like the whole thing, and like even it would be one thing if she would have just done it all in white and it was just like very like nicely done. Like there's nothing even good about this. You can see it's leaning. The pipework is super messy, and she even told me on the phone, I was like, "This looks like a clown cake." She's like, "Of course it looks like a clown cake." And I was like, "Oh, you agree with me?"
Well, why did you make it the color of like cancer then, lady? You should have just made it white.
Well, I'm just like, if you as a professional think it looks like a clown cake, why on earth would you put your reputation on it and deliver it like this?
This looks like when someone does lipo, what comes out of a person. Like what
It
they
really
suck out of
does.
an obese
It's tumor
person.
colored. It doesn't make sense.
It is. It's tumor colored.
All right, so did you ask for like an exact replica of the first cake plus having the dwarves on top of it?
No, okay, so I'll pull up all the pictures so I can show you guys. But so I said very specific things. I said this is like the basic overall design. I like the way that the piping is done, but on the rim, I wanted it 3 layers. And so I said you could do like a mix of whatever these two are.
Hi, Kim.
Let me go pull this
Hello.
up.
Here. Hello.
Hi.
We're recounting Cake Gate.
I've been listening and I saw these tweets when they were going out. I would be so appalled.
Yeah,
I
see,
just
some
can't get
people
over
are
it.
saying, they're like, "Why are you still complaining about a cake?" And I'm like, it's not just the cake, it's the principle of the thing. And also, I want my fucking money back.
Yeah, I
or
mean,
at
if
least
you
some of it
ask for
back.
something that looks like one thing and you get this, first of all, of course, it's reasonable that you would be upset that you spent your money on a product that you didn't ask for, and it's your wedding. Like this is supposed to be like this one big grand event, and you know, there's all the the stereotypes of like dreaming of your dream wedding, and you show up and it's like piece of shit looking cake. I'd be
And you
pissed
know what?
as fuck.
I applaud you, Anna, for because I probably would have been like, "Fuck it, just cut it up, get it out of my sight, cut it up, get it in front of people. People can eat it; they'll forget what it looked like." But you kept it together. You served cupcakes instead because you were like, "I'm gonna literally just hand this back whole to the baker."
Did you eat any of it? Did it taste good? No,
I left it there. I left it at the venue. And so I basically said, so we stayed there a day after the wedding because we thought that I think we stayed actually 2 days later just to see if it would be open, and she wasn't. And I'm like, okay, we had to leave at that point. So we're like, we'll just call her. But the people that had the the venue, they were okay with us leaving it there. And so I told him, I'm like, I'm going to tell her to come out there so that she sees that like we're insisting on, hey, you need to come out here and see the fact that we didn't even touch this cake, right? And so
would have gotten drunk and just smashed it on the ground. Like
I almost did.
Yeah,
Well, so
probably,
my grandma was waiting. She's like, "Oh, are you going to cut the cake?" And I was like, "No." And they're like, "Why?" Like her and my dad.
No,
I'm like,
Grandma.
I'm going to show you what I asked for, like this picture. I'm going to show you the picture. Go over and see it, and then I'm going to show you what it's supposed to look like. They both went over there. They came back, and I was like, "What do you think?" They're like, it's not really you. And I was like, I know it's not really me. Here's the picture of what it's supposed to look like. And they're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an abomination.
My screen?
Shane just chirped. Did I do that?
There is a black person here.
I heard a chirp. Hold on. Let's see.
Who is it?
See, there is a black person here. Where are you? Show yourself.
It's my favorite sound effect. Just insane, Anna. Just unacceptable.
I have the pictures of the other ones.
Oh,
so you
this
see
is what.
Oh,
this
that's
is
so
kind of
see the
pretty.
frosting. So you see how it's like that around the rim with like the
It's piped. Yes, I love that.
With the frosting flowers, and then you see the pearls. How they're not overwhelming, but they're there. Okay, so I wanted that with these.
It looks
colors.
like a expensive, almost like molding or like something you'd see on a pre-war apartment or something like a
crown molding.
It's like a crown molding cake. Yeah,
I like a lot of frosting. And then there
that
was,
looks
I
delicious.
can't find the other one, but I said, like, you know how sometimes there's like little dollops around it? And I said, that's where I want like the dwarfs to be.
The dollops.
And see how the top, the entire thing is the roses. Oh my goodness. And then this one, because it was pink, yellow, and peach. This is kind of the colors that I wanted.
And that's very straightforward direction wise. And she should have told you she couldn't do it out the gate.
Well, I asked her specifically, I'm like, can you do this? Because I know it's like piping and all that, and not everyone knows how to do that anymore. And she said, oh yeah, it's going to be no problem. And she's telling me all about the type of frosting, how she's going to make. She specifically told me, I can't start making this until 2 days before your wedding because I have to make it all the frosting fresh myself. I can't buy it. And I was like, oh, okay, which is why I didn't try the frosting before, because she's like, I have to make it right before your wedding. And we talked about all of this. And then in her email, she's like, this isn't the picture you showed me. This isn't what we discussed. I'm like, and then she's like, you didn't send me the picture. I was like, these are the only pictures I've ever had. And she's like, oh. I'm like, uh-huh.
She made the frosting 2 days before and it still looked rotten. So,
wow.
What did it really do? Yeah.
Something will always go wrong on your wedding day. For us, it was Trump missed his intro. The band was trying to introduce him, play him on, and I was nervous too because I was like, I think the band is liberal, and they're just playing. I was like, could you just play like YMCA? And like they played a few bars of it, and then they stopped, and I was like, could you guys just like, he's coming, just keep playing. And then they didn't. It was silence, and then he had to go up to silence, and I was just like, and it was what we had planned that it was going to be. So this was right after I threw the bouquet. Melonie Mac had her triumvirate catching of the bouquet, the iconic, caught the attention of the Steelers moment.
Yes.
Caught the bouquet. And then we were supposed to do the whole garter thing, which traditionally the guy like goes under the girl's dress, takes the garter. Did you do that, Anna, with Peaches?
No.
Okay, I love that.
We didn't throw the bouquet. We didn't do the garter. There was so much that we had planned, and we didn't do it.
He just put it on my head. He put the garter on my head. Yeah.
He put it on your head because I was like, yeah, Melanie's probably not going to want.
I was so uncomfortable.
Glenn, if there was going to be a guy at that wedding to go up your dress, Glenn Kappa would have been the guy to do it because he's the sweetest, probably least creepy man at the wedding that day, next to like our relatives. And so I was like, okay, if this happens, he's not going to creep her out. But then he just put it on your head. And instead of, then Trump was going to come on, like he was going to come out holding a different garter, but that got a little bungled. And, but you know what? Frank's whole family loved it. My family is like weirdly not not political, or they don't really understand what I do or care. So they didn't really fully appreciate the Trump thing. They're like, whatever, if it makes you happy. But something always goes wrong. Multiple things always go wrong. It rained a little bit. I really wanted the reception outside. I mean, the ceremony outside. It was inside, but whatever.
But that was better for where you were, because there was like a bunch of families having barbecues playing stupid music.
Yeah, and I didn't want a bunch of unsightly, obese minorities in the background of my wedding photo. So it is for the best. I'm just fucking around.
Unsightly. Obese. And then she went with minorities. She went right in for it.
I kid.
I know.
I love all people. I love all the people.
We love minorities.
We love them.
That's why we have so many on the panel right now.
Just in small doses.
I mean,
Very-
it's a really diverse group.
Very diverse, yes.
We have every shade of white here tonight. Beige, eggshell, off-white. But Anna, you look great. The pictures, you look beautiful. I'm mega FOMO that I couldn't be there, but I'm also happy I didn't
You're like growing
give
a human
birth
man.
in California, and then they'd have to trans my kid right away. So
Yeah.
Melonie Mac has pink hair now. First it was Fire Engine Superhero Red, then it was Auburn. Now it is pink. Are you going through? Are you having a mental breakdown?
A little bit, but I'm good now. I picked a nice happy color, so I should be good now. Also, I figured, hey, there's not enough room for more redheads. You're covering that really well.
Stop.
So...
I would never feel competitive with you. We do different things.
Yeah. So
You know, I like that shade of. You said it was like a pink color.
Yes, it's pink.
Okay,
it's like a
Yeah.
dusty rose pink.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that shade on you. It looks good.
Thank you. I'm loving it. I had it this color like almost 10 years ago, and I was like, that's what I'm gonna do next. After the other red started fading out a lot, it was like, okay, time for it, because it's semi-permanent. So once it fades, I can just change it, and that's what I did. So I love it.
And I like that you're doing it yourself. I don't have the nerve or the skills to do it myself. I used to be. I was
my hair blonde. I tried to one night. I was drunk on tequila. It looked like Anna's cake. It was.
Oh no!
It was tumor colored.
Blonde is very tough
It
to
was
do.
canary yellow at the ends, and then Anna's cake colored, splotched all over. It was 8 hours.
I like how that's now a measurement.
Yeah,
the cake color.
Yeah.
It was tumor colored. Yes.
I in the past tried blonde, and we both have very dark natural hair, so it's like to try to lift that much and then it not have it be super yellow. And I
like
fried
canary
it.
yellow. Yeah.
I fried my hair. I had to cut it really short. At that time, I had to cut it like a really short bob.
Which
But
color would you
but I liked it
recommend
'cause I was
on
like,
me?
oh, let's see. What are your
I
eyes
do wanna
like?
dye
A
my hair
warm
again.
brown? Are
What'd
your
you
eyes
say?
like
Sorry.
a warm brown or a really dark brown?
They're like a warm brown. They got some green in them.
Okay, so you've got like
Hazel.
autumn. You're like an autumn color palette. So you look at
Yeah, like I think I'm a
colors.
soft autumn.
Okay, so some
Yeah.
warm colors. Do you want to do like punky fun colors? Or you want to do like stay in the natural color range?
I want to stay natural for now.
Okay.
And then summertime. Then I get real.
There
funky.
you go.
I could
Yeah.
see you with like a caramel, almost
Yes.
highlight.
I see
Like
you
at the
with like
bottom.
Is there an
like a-
actual fucking chirp going on in
There
someone's
is.
room?
It sounds like a fire alarm or something. It goes off when the batteries need to be
Is that what
changed.
I
like
have
that.
a sound effect chirp. Here it is. It's louder,
Pretty
but then
good.
someone has an actual.
I am
Chirp.
smoking, but I've.
Hey, it's not my house.
No, I love
Oh,
it.
neat.
It's Black History
Not
Month. We're gonna
mine.
go with it.
Oh my gosh.
Could it
Yeah,
be?
man,
Cultural
I would
appropriation.
I would
I
do
would
like
do
a
caramel. Let me
Caramel?
find a good example.
Ooh.
I'm totally going back to
I'm a good
blonde, like my
visual learner.
balayage as soon as I
Okay.
can.
Aw.
I'm so over this
It
one
looks
color.
good, Anna. Are you gonna keep the extensions?
I'm gonna go shorter and like a different type of extensions because these ones they grow out so fast and then it's just like itchy.
And probably feels heavy. Hello, I'm gonna get to our pepper spray moment, Keanu. But Lauren, what's up? How are you? What's new? I love
Oh,
that
you
you're
know.
in the dark. You're just very
Sorry.
mysterious down there.
I'm always in the dark. How is the mic okay?
Yes. Yeah, you sound
Okay,
good.
cool. It's like everything is new right now, so I really hope it's just kind of working out. Not a whole lot, honestly. I've been doing a lot of like election stuff as far as like my show goes, which is not terribly exciting for this.
No, it is
Well,
exciting.
it's mostly about
I'm
Nikki
curious-
Haley because I fucking hate her. So
Yeah.
Nobody
on
likes
your
her.
camera.
Nope. Nobody likes her. What did she call herself? She's like, I'm a brown girl living in a black and white world. And I'm like, who's buying that? She's doing Kamala Harris's grift.
it doesn't matter who buys it because she's being there's this whole cross-party voting like super PAC thing. So, and yesterday they were retweeting people who were like affiliated with the PAC. So that's honestly it's been all in my brain lately. And
She's
also
raising a ton of money. Yeah.
yeah, well, and yeah, so that's what's new in my world. Also, new stuff that I don't know how to work. Someone needs to
equipment.
change this.
Ooh, is your camera new? I really like your camera. What type of camera do you have?
It's a Logitech HD Pro C920.
Whoa.
Ooh, numbers.
It's not fancy.
I don't know.
but
I'm
thank
a lot
you.
of numbers. I just short circuited.
Well, I mean,
I know
that's the
which one you're talking about. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, it's just like a little like rectangle. But I did just like download new software that makes it look really good. Apparently,
Which
that's
software
been...
did you buy?
Mint.
I mean, sorry,
This is the hair.
I didn't buy Squat. It's called
Good.
Logitech.
This is our
Great
hair
stuff.
vision for you.
Yes, Mint. This would be
Logitech
very
G
beautiful
Hub.
on you.
So
Take a
So I
mental
like that
note of this,
color.
Mint.
What's it called?
Do
It's
like a little-
caramel, like caramel.
I'll put it in
brown.
the private chat.
Or caramel light brown, light caramel.
Yeah,
something
like a
that. Yeah, it's in private chat if you want to
dark blonde.
show the picture to a stylist.
Ooh, thank you.
Very important stuff we're doing.
It's
Kim Coulter, are these new bangs? What's happening? You look different.
Yeah, I typically have kind of like a curtain thing going on, and my hairdresser was a bit ambitious, and I guess I wasn't really paying attention. I don't know. I've gone back and forth every 20 minutes or so whether I'm like, oh, I like it, oh, it's trash, but
I think it looks good.
we're gonna rock it and we're gonna see how it goes. And worst case scenario, my hair is thick and I can just kind of like braid it back into itself or do some other creative workaround if I decide I really don't like it.
They're working. They don't look like breakup bangs or mental breakdown bangs.
I was gonna say that's the one thing as I'm like the positive to the negatives. I'm like, does this look like crisis bangs? Is this like the COVID
Cry for
bangs
help
all over
bangs.
again? And I mean the COVID bangs I did. I mean I'm not not to pat my own back. I did them myself. They looked kind of cute, but no, I just wanted to shake it up. I also my hair is very long. Like it goes kind of most of the way down my back. So I just wanted to get, like a little trim, give it some love.
It looks loved. I'm definitely detecting love. Let me blow through a couple of these little chats from EHF. Nikki Haley got pounder harder in the primaries. Oh, got pounded harder in the primaries than the time she cheated on her husband. Thank you, EHF. Cherub Cow. This is for a 9-volt battery.
How nice.
Who's going to be tall enough to even change it? That was my
Ooh.
whole theory about the smoke detectors. I don't know how many of you have heard this, but that's why in the Black community, a lot of them go without changing the batteries in the smoke detector because that is typically a dad's job. Like the dads are in charge of changing batteries, making sure there's air in the tires, changing the oil, the manly tasks. So that would explain why that's something that's being ignored with a certain group. Junior, thank you for the super chat. Here's a few bucks for smoke alarm batteries and eye wash for the pepper spray. Chirp and a chirp for you, Junior. That's for you.
All right, that's timing.
Dave Chandler, When I first saw the Trump impersonator screenshot, I actually thought Trump had dropped by Chrissie's wedding. Congrats to Melonie for the bouquet catch and a life of happiness to that Star Wars girl and Peaches. Oh, thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
You're a sweetheart. I wanted people to think it was the real Trump too. Daniel Caven, Melonie just saw Asmongold's reaction to your Twitch ban. Almost all the comments on the video I've read are in support of you. Why did you get banned from Twitch again?
Oh my gosh. I got banned for Twitch for just talking about like my biblical beliefs on the alphabet community and all that, and how, you know, I have biblical opinions on these things. I know a lot of people disagree with me on that, but it was just like, okay, I'm sharing it, and apparently I'm not allowed to do that.
How dare
So
you.
I got banned.
Yes.
Well, you don't seem that upset about it, so that's good.
I'm not, because Twitch was already like, that wasn't my main platform anyway. I got like 6 times more revenue on YouTube than Twitch. I was just multi-streaming there just for the heck of it. Like, oh, okay, here's an extra platform I can stream to. But not anymore. I mean, at least not for 2 weeks. But whenever they let me back in 2 weeks, I'm just gonna pick specific parts of the Bible to read word for word that they're not gonna like, and I'm gonna see if they'll ban me again, just and without even dropping my own opinions, just reading word for word in the Bible. So I can't wait to see how that goes.
Is there anything in the Bible about hot tub streams, like something very specific to Twitch?
There's nothing specific to hot tub streams, but yeah.
I saw something really cringe earlier where it was like, you know, one of those like new age pastors trying to like be hip. And I forget which passage, but he read a passage as if it was written by Gen Z. And I think it was like the conception of Mary or whatever. And
that sounds
it's
awful.
like, oh, Mary was straight simping for that.
Oh
like,
my
female.
cringe.
And I'm just like, and he's like, he prefaced this by being like, I have no disrespect for the literature of the Bible ever. Meanwhile, Mary's a simp.
Wow, that's
just cringe. And you just know that he's not the only one out there doing stuff like that too. And like, who does that really appeal to? Because like, I can't imagine. I feel like it's like the Christian version of those like anti-marijuana ads from back in the day, where it's like the buddy's like melted in the couch, and it's like, do you want to be like that? And it's like,
kinda.
Sometimes.
Like, that looks funny as
Sometimes.
Anthony Garino, the wokeness being exposed is a white hat tactic. Yeah, any wokeness being exposed is always good. Callus, sorry, autocorrect destroyed that chat. Oh, let's do your other one. I am so sorry. Sewn home pepper sprayed you at Chrissy. It took me like 10 times to type in Chrissy and another 10 for your name again. Thank you, Callus. Yes, we will get into that right as I finish these little chats. Russell Hall, I don't think you can ban someone for reading Bible passages, not even if you're a private company. That's protected speech.
That's what
There's
I'm
no
going
such
to
thing as
test
protected
out.
speech.
Wait, but they have an AI version of Jesus, like that just streams and talks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you haven't.
Well,
It's so funny because you can
there's-
ask Jesus to give you like a prayer for something, and it's
There's-
just an AI
yeah.
simulation.
There's probably some passages off limits for that. I mean, what I said was paraphrased from what the Bible tells us. So I'm curious if I read it word for word, if they'll be able to do the same. But that's the thing. They don't even tell you specifically. They just say, oh, you got banned for hate speech. And they don't say it was for this exact part. It's just like, we've just deduced it to where this must have been it, because what else would it have been? I don't know. So who knows? But I don't give a crap about Twitch.
I got banned. I got banned from Twitch for off-platform behavior. They can ban you for
Oh
literally
my gosh.
any reason, anytime.
Wow.
So-
And this is the thing, is Twitch is already failing so freaking bad. They should be holding on to as many creators as they can right now. They're just digging their own grave even deeper right now.
It turned out honestly to be the best thing that could have happened, because I have like my show's been doing like significantly better like elsewhere. So That was like a year and a half
Nice.
ago.
So
But it
like on YouTube or Rumble or
I do Rumble and Odyssey.
awesome. I need to try more Rumble. I was multi-streaming there, but it was like crashing my streams. But I'll give it a shot again.
It's a little touch and go, if I'm gonna be honest, but it's a lot of fun. The chat's fun, and like as far as not worrying about like that exactly, it's like night and day, obviously.
Oh, if I could get to a point of Rumble exclusive streams, that would be a blast because I would just say so
Just go
many
ham,
amazing
right?
words that I
Yeah.
can't say here.
Let's get ready to rumble. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the name of my first stream on Rumble because of
Oh,
creativity.
thank you for the orange boy, Mikey Gusler. I just heard about the guy who pepper sprayed you in the crowd. I wanted to stop in and say that I hope you and baby are doing well. I hope you catch the guy who did it. Congratulations on being 8 months pregnant. Yes, I am in my 8th month. And similar to an elephant, I think it takes 10 months.
That's so close.
It's so
You're
close.
so close.
It's really just all of March. And then it'll be kind of like, okay, whenever. Then the
What if it was an
bean will
April
be
Fool's
here.
baby?
And then the bean. Oh, April Fools.
That would be perfect
Yeah,
timing.
So funny
That
because
would
no
be
one's gonna
cute.
believe you're actually in labor if you go into labor on April Fools.
That would be perfect for you because you are a comedian to have a baby on that day.
Yeah, like, no pressure to be funny, Bean, but you were born on April Fool's Day. Eric Dale, be nice to Nikki Haley. Not many women can handle 11 guys at once. Aw.
That's not a flex.
That is not a flex.
Is it bad? I just learned who that lady was last night.
That's okay.
Nikki Haley?
She's not that fun.
Nimrod.
Godzilla's greaser. You looking for a bodyguard, Chrissy? Actually, maybe. I'll be glad to volunteer. Thank you, Godzilla. You're a sweetheart. Russell Hall says Anna is used to being roasted at family gatherings.
Yeah.
K Max, thank you for the yellow boy. Chrissy, should we simp start providing protection for you at these shows? What was the description of the attacker? Was it a joke you made or because you exposed Google's Gemini? I did do that joke on stage. For sure. Let me get into this one too. Thank you, and before we get into the whole topic. Thank you, Andrew. I think this is a pink boy.
Oh.
Thank you so much, Andrew. Hey, Chrissy, been a while. Good to see you and good to see Melonie on your show again. Also, sorry to hear about what happened to you last night. You don't deserve that treatment. Praying for you. And remember, my offer to be a security guard still. Okay, I'm going to have to write all these names down because I don't know where any of you guys are located.
His picture,
Don't
he looks
dox.
like a security guard. So
Don't dox yourselves. So... All right, let me get these out of the way before we get into it. Judah Khan, hail Chrissy. I was pissed when I heard about what happened to you. This is SimpCast, so let me simp a bit. I met you last year at the FNT Vegas Comedy Club meetup. You're very funny. Much love and support to you and your fam. Yes, the lovely Keanu was there. We were all at the meetup with Lila and of course the show at the Space. It was a great
so
venue.
much fun. Oh my gosh.
Thank you for coming, Sam. Thank you for becoming a new member. Flawed TV. Oh, my buddy Flawed. Thank you for gifting 10 Chrissie Mayr memberships. I just did an episode with Flawed. I think last week. Check it out. It was a fun little interview. Dark Hour. Who pepper sprays a pregnant chick? The tolerant left. Mere moments after I walked away too. I'll work security for you next time you're in Jersey. Well, yeah, it happened. So, all right. How do I explain this? So we do the show. Starts about 10 minutes late. An ideal comedy show is about 90 minutes. I was like, okay, I don't want us to go more than 2 hours. So I believe the show ended probably around 10:50. This happened, I think, at around 10:15, 10:30. Because we all came out into the hallway. As Keanu knows, I like to talk to people for like 2 hours after the show.
And I don't mind either, but she will give everyone at least 30 minutes, so it can take a while. She'll, right. And it's winding down, I suppose.
So, but we were talking to friends that we've actually known for a while. It was Dawn and Emer. We during the pandemic, we had secret shows at their house. They used to live in like upstate New York. They've since, moved out to like way out in Pennsylvania. So they made a big trip to come out. They brought their like whole family. So we're talking to them.
There maybe their 2 sons and a friend of theirs as well. So that's I don't know, 5, 6 people.
And so you're there with Gino, and there were these 2 girls from Philly that we were talking to. And I remember the crowd work I did with them while I was on stage. I was like, oh, wow, you're from Philly and you're not on tranquilizers. Like, that's just what I think of now. And I think of Philly, I think of trank and all the horrible drugs that are around in that, I guess, whatever it is, the Kensington area of Philly. And they were just having a great time. And there's probably 10, 15 people
I'd say
in this
the
area.
last 10, 15 people. Yes. Me, Gino,
And then-
we're talking to
yeah.
Don and Emer and that family. You were talking to those 2 very sweet brunette girls. And then I'm not sure if Spiridon was downstairs or up there, but I can't quite remember. But it might have been, and then a few other people. Yes.
And also, Frank's dad was there. And
Yes.
and like Mike Romanelli, the owner, he was walking around, and the staff is fantastic. I love TIFF'S.
them. Oh my God.
I feel like we're there every 6 months. They're really one of my all-time favorite clubs. Great people, like excellent food and cocktails. So I
They
start
were
laughing.
nothing but nice, lovely. And I will tell you the one other person that was there, standing there, I believe it was that gentleman that came in
late,
maybe 10 minutes, very late. So more than that.
Then there was a guy who came in, I guess, 20 minutes before the show ended.
Yes.
Which occasionally happens. There'll be a fan who completely bungles the time. They'll show up super, super late, or who knows, someone could miss a bus or miss a ride. And for a while, people were suspect of him because he had a backpack and because he had his hand in his pockets. Like, people weren't getting the greatest vibe from him.
I was standing there with the owner and Vinny, and your father-in-law gave up. It was a seat. It wasn't even a seat at the table. It was a seat just by the door. And Frank's dad said he looked sick or something. And he came in with a backpack and hands in his pockets. And we were like, the owner and the other staff member had eyes on him because it was like, this is weird, right? He was really odd the whole time. So, yeah.
And then I start laughing at something, and then I start coughing. And then I keep coughing, and I have this water next to me, and I keep drinking water, and I go, why am I having this embarrassing coughing fit? And then I was like, is something maybe burning in the kitchen? And then I kind of to the green room, and I'm like, is it maybe coming from the green room? Is that connected to the kitchen? And then I keep coughing, and I just feel like kind of just embarrassed. I'm like, oh, what's wrong with me? And then I see other people are starting to cough too, and it's just like, it really was the weirdest thing. I have never experienced anything like it. We're all coughing again. I didn't see any smoke. I didn't really other than maybe a faint burning smell, I didn't really smell anything. Didn't see any smoke. Didn't see anyone do anything or throw anything or run away. And then all of a sudden, a lot of us are coughing, and we're just kind of like, what the fuck? And then suddenly, Keanu, you were just like, you need to get the fuck out of here.
I'm coughing. This has happened to me before. So I immediately knew what was going on because I'm coughing. I'm talking to Don and Emer, and Gino's there. I'm coughing. Or Gino had walked away a little bit at this point, from what I remember. I'm coughing. And my eyes, and I knew immediately what it was because this happened to me in a gay club in 2014 where they just sprayed a bunch of mace into the air, and you look around and everyone's coughing. So I dart out because I'm a little spooked after my shooting, but I'm like, Chrissy, I felt like Secret Service. I'm like, we need to get out of here now. Like, we're darting downstairs, and I'm saying this.
I didn't even grab my sweater. I took my sweater off. I'm in a sleeveless, very thin dress with leggings and boots. And I just run out with no coat. But I also
ran out
hot.
with no coat, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going, get Chrissy down here right now because I'm thinking she's pregnant. In my brain, I know since it had happened to me before. I'm like, I don't think it's going to hurt her, but she's pregnant. And yeah, we're hacking, coughing. Half my face was numb for 20 minutes after. It was very odd. And you don't know. I don't know if it's exactly what I had experienced before, but she's pregnant. Let's move her on out to fresh air. That
And then
person
I'm like,
is
oh,
obvious.
I'm leaving all my shirts. Like, of course, I
Right.
just grabbed my phone and my wallet, and I'm like, I was like, is someone gonna try to steal my stupid merch shirts? I'm like, if they really want to, like, go ahead. I need the advertising.
And
And
actually,
then
that's why people do it in large crowds like that, so they can clear the room and steal things. So, but that wasn't it. It was just some hater, and there were only 15 people standing there. So it's one of them, and it's certainly not probably the people that we mentioned. It's probably in my brain that strange.
And we're outside, and then I'm hanging with the 2 girls from Philly, and one of them was so sweet. She gave me her coat. I'm like, I'm really fine. I'm like hot and excited. Like after a show, you're kind of hot and excited for a while, and just the adrenaline is still flowing. She gives me her shirt. Then push-ups gives Spirit on gives the girl his coat. There's a whole coat swap going on, and we're standing outside, and then Hotep Jesus comes out because he was going to come to the show. I don't know how much of it he saw, but I knew he was coming a little bit late. I was like, oh my God, Hotep, what's up? And then there's that guy, like the loner guy that was like, oh, hey, I'm from Oregon. Can I get a picture? I'm like, okay, sure. And then I make a dad joke. I go, are you familiar with the trail? Like, have you been to the trail?
Oh my God.
Oregon Trail.
Love that game. Yeah.
Oh, it's such a fun game.
Nothing came up on the screen. And then he's like, oh, so he wanted to take a couple pictures. I was like, okay, fine. And then it was getting cold. I'm like, let's kind of go in a little bit. And at that point, like Frank's dad had packed up all my shirts and all my shit. But my computer and my camera were still upstairs in the room. And the girls that I was talking to like really wanted shirts. So I'm like bending over, I'm like unzipping my suitcase. I'm like, what size do you girls need? I'm like, got them shirts. And then this other guy kept trying to talk to me again. He was like, oh, you got to come to Tacoma. And I'm like, I don't have time for a Tacoma conversation. Like, okay, that I think because I was so stressed from what had just happened, I was probably shorter with him and everyone than I would have liked.
You weren't short. You were in shock.
You know who it was?
I'm like, Chrissie, this isn't the time to squat down and search for shirts. I'm like, we need to. I think this gentleman is still here. He's Keanu. Can I get a picture with you? I was like, I'm not in the mood. Give me your. I don't know. You don't know what. So I'm like, here, right?
We were definitely sussing him.
Yes. And then, we got your bag from upstairs. We're like, let's get out of here. And it's not the staff's fault. They didn't understand what's going on either. And it had dissipated when.
And someone had OD'd the night before, not died, but like they were talking about someone was on Chinese cocaine the night before and like was passing out and turning white. So it's like these people, there's always something going on at a comedy club.
Yes, and it wasn't their fault. And it was just, I don't think anybody knew what to do, but there was. We should probably.
I was just in disbelief. Like it took me a long time to process. Like, who would do this? Why would this happen? What the hell's going on? So we go up. We go up there. I start breaking down my camera and packing away my gear, and it's like a little bit like remnants, but not enough to bother anybody. And I'm pissed because now I've forgotten to fucking tip the waitress, and she's gone. And I really hate. I never want to do that. And but luckily, I'm going back in a couple weeks for the Grifties, so I'll get her then. So I'm packing away the stuff, and then Mike is apologizing profusely. We finally pack everything up. He walks us all down to our cars. We leave, and then Mike called me today and we spoke. So there's like a couple of theories about like what it could have been, because so far everyone I've talked to, no one has seen anything. It could be that someone.
Do they not have security cameras there?
They did.
They don't have. I don't know if they have cameras in that hallway. They might in the room, like in the comedy room. But I don't know if they had any in that hallway where the bathrooms are, where we were doing the shirts and the talking to
Well,
people.
I mean, if they have it in that comedy room, I don't know the layout of the place, but wouldn't it show the person getting it ready to spray?
You would think that. I'm gonna see if I can.
I mean, you can
look
hold
at
one of
his
those in your
cameras.
the palm of your hand.
Yeah. So one theory is like the person could have sprayed it and then like just sprayed it behind.
You know what,
them and
Chrissie?
walked out. They could have sprayed it low. You never know.
Listen, see if you could get the video of right before it happened from that room, post it on Twitter, and let the internet autists do their thing, because they will find it.
We
God
love
bless
them for
the
that.
internet autists.
So it could have been a spray and walk away. It could have been because we were next to the bathrooms. It could have been that someone sprayed in the bathroom. Like they could have just stuck a hand in, sprayed, and then it would because it had like a door that kind of wafted. And
They
swung
were
back
that
and forth.
makes sense. Yes, yes.
So they could have done that. And remember that drunk table, Keanu, the drunk table of the male nurses that I was making fun of, and
Yes,
they were
horrible.
drunk. The waitresses stopped serving them, and that's why I saw when I made that joke, because one woman's husband went with another man's wife to go get more drinks. I'm like, why are they going off together? I was like, don't worry, you're prettier than her. And then it was an awkward silence, and I was like, I was obviously fucking around. I was like, wait a second, why are you guys getting up to go get drinks? We have a waitress. She's like, they're not coming to us. And then we realized they had been cut off because they're all fucking hammered.
They cut them off after I got off stage. I said, I don't need help. You step on one more punchline, lady. Like, I'll fucking
and
kill you.
I hate to throw people out. This was a lesson for me. So now I realize, like, if I feel I need to throw someone out, I need to just do it. But I never want to make a fuss. I never want to make someone angry at me. I don't want somebody to fucking charge me on stage or throw something at me or like hurt someone or not pay their tab.
That makes sense. No,
and I should have just gone with my impulse and like, because they really distracted me for like half my set. And I tried to charm them. I tried to be nice. I was like, oh, what are you guys talking about? And then
you were.
I couldn't do anything with it. And then there were like 3 male nurses at their table. I'm like, what? You guys couldn't make it as doctors? I just was like making very easy. Like, I was like, male nurses. Like, what happened?
The only one they didn't distract was Gino, because he just can talk and doesn't matter what the hell is going on around him. But they were distracting to Andrew and I too. But you dealt with it well. So.
And so another theory. So there was a couple. Remember, like the attractive couple that was sitting next to them. They actually shushed the drunk table at one point, and then so the woman was like, she was cunty about the fact that she had been shushed by this other table, and then I could tell there was tension between these 2 tables for the rest of my set, and because everyone else is trying to enjoy it. I'm like, they shushed you because you guys are being really disruptive, and then I pretended to talk to the baby. I'm like, what? I should throw them out? Like I was trying to be cute about it, trying to be funny, and they were like, no, I couldn't break these people,
right?
And again, should have just thrown them out. But another theory is that someone from that drunk table either pepper sprayed that table or pepper sprayed like somebody, because they got drunk and they were pissed. But then again, if that's the case, why would you do that indoors in a room where there's 15 other people still milling around?
Drunk, idiot male nurses don't, pepper spray into the air to get back at a comic. I don't think it's a suggestion. I mean, I'm not sure. I am still on thinking maybe it was the strange gentleman, but I don't know. We don't know.
Yeah,
they did
so hard because I didn't see anyone running away. I didn't see anyone, other than that one guy. I didn't see anybody acting weird. But again, I'm not looking to see who's acting weird. I'm like saying hi to people. They're, you're keeping track of your time. You're keeping track of your shirts. You're
and I'll
protect you next time. Yeah. Next time that I'm at one of your lives, I'll protect you with my kickiness skills.
Oh,
feet for free.
Damn, the feet people will love that. And it's just like, it just sucks. And like, even our favorite Bart Sullivan's live. I had a guy come up to me like months ago and just like scream at me about January 6th, and then he's like, you're going to fucking jail, I know what you did. And then I was like, what are you talking about? And then he left and he came back, ha ha, just kidding. And that's when I threw a drink in his face, and I was like, no, actually, fuck you, you're not a fan, you can eat shit. Oh, that was so, but like, you don't think you're getting recognized, you don't think anybody like knows or cares who you are, but there have been so many of these instances now where I'm just starting to get on edge. So
yeah,
I don't know.
And I guess I suppose angry drunk people. I don't see it like that, but I suppose I feel like it was more like a planned thing. But I don't think so. They just sprayed a bunch of pepper spray in the bathroom, and then as it came out, it started. Because I recognized that feeling immediately because it had happened to me before. And yes, we're all okay. It's just weird that I don't know who does that. Someone deranged or an angry drunk person or what have you. You're 8 months fucking pregnant. Suck my
Who
dick.
does that indoors?
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And it's right. It's just weird and sinister and gross. But
And I don't care about me getting pepper sprayed as a singular entity person. Like I don't
care.
Like,
I care.
If
about
I hadn't been pregnant, I would have been a lot fucking, I don't know, scrappier and like looking around. I think I would have been shaking people down. But just the part of me, like, I'm going, what the fuck effect does this have on a baby? Like, well, I have no idea. And then that was like,
Could have sent you into labor.
It was really making me paranoid. I was like, if this fucks up this baby, I'm gonna be really, really pissed, and I'm gonna be, I don't know, because you just don't know.
I think that's probably one of the stressful things about your first time being pregnant. It's like, because like every single thing you wonder, like, oh, well, like, how is this going to affect the baby? And like, you do realize, like, you know, over time, like, you know, by the end of your pregnancy, you'll be like, oh, like, it's fine. Like, you know, I didn't.
People do crack and still have perfectly healthy babies.
True. you will 100% be fine. The baby will be fine. It was just really messed up.
So weird. And you're just
the
like,
stress
why
alone
did
is
this
like a big
happen?
deal.
Like, why did this happen? Could someone really do this? Like,
and you're squatting down trying to give these women shirts. I'm like, I think it's time to make our leave. Don't you? I know the perpetrator, I believe, is still here. Why do we wrap this up? It's gonna be okay. Like, yeah. And the staff, I love TIFF'S. Mike and everybody, they're amazing. They went right in. They're checking the security cameras, and but you know, they're not. They can't quite see every single thing. It's not their fault. It's just some psycho or.
What I need to do is just like hire a physically imposing looking person, and if I have to just fucking go in the red for it, so be it. It'll just be worth it because
you should hire Michelle Obama to be your bodyguard.
That's what I need. I need Big Mike.
Big Mike.
But anyway, whoever did this is a big fag and a total pussy. And the least they could, very cowardly, the least they could have done was do it during the show. So I could have had material about it. I could have riffed about it. Just very much a pussy move. And I will be back at TIFF'S in 2 weeks for the Grifties on March 9th. And then I will be in Grantville, Pennsylvania, headlining the Laughing Stock Comedy Club. So not going to stop doing gigs. Not going to stop getting out there.
Don't let the terrorists win. You know,
you cannot negotiate with the terrorists.
No.
I'll bring my own mace.
Maybe should.
I have a pink one that someone gave me. Russell Hall, how ironic would it be if your baby comes out permanently squinty from the pepper spray like an Asian?
Would that be ironic?
Or just now if the baby is Asian, you have an excuse for Frank.
Oh my god.
Yeah. The baby will come out and be like, pick a color, and I'll be like,
You're like, it was the pepper spray. That was it.
Yeah, I swear. Jeremy Parkhurst, Anna Kiki, and Ms. Mac on SimpCast All-Star Cast tonight. Thank you, Jeremy. Push-ups. Kiki, I was right there signing Gino's book. Why would you be signing Gino's book?
He gave the book to Gino, and Gino.
Why would you sign a book that you did not author?
Gino likes sentimental things because he's very gay. Yes, you were right there. Okay, good. I figured you were because you saw me I felt like Secret Service. I'm like, everybody down! Like, get the package out of here! Like, we gotta get Chrissie out of here.
Roll her down the stairs.
Yes.
It was not like scary, but like, I was very paranoid. I was like, fuck. Why? Simon
Stressful.
Ho, speaking of Asians, thank you, Simon Ho. I'd like to meet the beta male who pepper sprayed a pregnant woman for being funny. I told a bunch of George Floyd jokes. I told the Black National Anthem joke. I made fun of migrants. I really tried to to tackle every group I could. Matthew Hammond, I'm so sorry to hear about your pepper spray adventure. Hopefully they will catch the person that did this. I would like to look at the cameras. Push-ups. Keanu's the real hero. Got Chrissy out in seconds. Thank you. Spiro.
Unless it had happened before to me, I would have known what the fuck was going on. I would have been like, I think I'm coming down with a cold. Like, but I'm glad. Yeah.
Good thinking.
Amra, the Australian, lo doth she bathe in the hot waters, and thy bot about the throt apocalypse. How poetic. Thank you, Amra. Andrew, R15, I'm not worried about being doxxed because I've already been doxxed, not to mention I have guns. So I'm automatically the perfect bodyguard, not to brag. Thank you.
Me too.
Andrew. I will move your resume
all
to the front
right.
of the file. Yeah. Hello.
All right, girl.
Please. I think if I had to do a push-up, I would die. I'm being honest.
It's lump of shit.
Push-ups are hard.
Long time no see. Chrissy, you've come a long damn way since it was just you and I rating restaurants on here. Lol, Cracker Barrel still stinks. Enjoy being
You don't like Cracker Barrel?
Cracker Barrel is fun for the whole family.
I love Cracker Barrel.
I've never even
Super
seen a Cracker Barrel.
So good.
I've never even seen one. They don't have them out here.
They have
I've
like
never been
chicken
to a
fried
Cracker Barrel
steak with
before.
that white, or chicken fried chicken, chicken fried steak, that white
Ooh.
gravy. I don't know what their current menu is, but biscuits and gravy.
I don't
like
think it's ever
little
changed.
country.
Yeah, it's gotta be like the
Southern
same stuff as
food.
always.
Country food.
They'll occasionally throw
Recommend.
something that's like a little bit different than the regular like option, and they'll be like, "This is the special," and then it's gone.
Oh, okay.
And everyone revolts because they don't like change.
And you
Yeah.
can go shopping while you wait for your seat. You can
Store
look
is the
around at
best
all these,
part.
yeah, little gifts and candies and
Yeah,
toys.
you can get like Werther's original and like a Furby and
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's great.
That's
You can
amazing.
get toys that have been discontinued decades
Yes.
ago.
Mhm.
Woodwick candles. You could
They
buy
got like a fireplace in there in the
a
dining
sweater
area.
for Nana.
1,000
ornaments.
rocking chairs on the porch. I mean,
Yes.
it's iconic. The floor might be a little
Discount
slick on
oversized
your way to the
t-shirt.
bathroom, but it's a great establishment.
Ah,
I used to follow an Instagram account. It was actually really interesting. The question was, is it from Anthropology or Cracker Barrel? And they would post like random like little dresses or no, and I'm serious, people could not tell the difference. Have you seen that before? Yeah,
That's amazing.
I think it's on Instagram, and it's like really hard to tell actually.
I bet Anthropology hates that because their
Well,
stuff is
maybe
so
they're-
expensive.
Yeah, and Cracker Barrels are like $20.
Well, I mean,
hang on.
It's like
country
when you find out
people-
that Starbucks and 7-Eleven use the same beans.
Southern
No.
people, they're like geologists and stuff. They search for arrowheads or Indian rocks, as the country folk we call it. Yeah, it's a fun time.
Indian rocks.
Arrowhead is
I've
usually what I
actually
call-
found some in the wild. I have 2 of them. Yeah, that I found in the dirt.
I
did
thought
I
an
find a ton
arrowhead-
at my dad's house.
I thought an arrowhead was just what happens when you're blowing a Native American.
Oh my god.
Zato, happy Sunday, gang. I love the takes you all have. Rock over London, rock over Chicago. Is that from something? Thank you, Zato. Leo Fisher, thank you for the orange boy. Leo, Chrissy, monetize your haters. Keanu Thompson, you the man.
That's
Hi,
what's up.
Leo.
Suck my dick
Hello.
in a good way.
Anthony Garino, get Tony from Hack the Movies on the show. Oh, I've never heard of him.
I agree. He's a cool guy.
You co-sign? Okay.
Yeah, I co-signed getting Tony from Hack the Movies on the show.
Ooh, okay. Armagod, Melonie Mint has an OF. Is she going to heaven?
I'll
Melanie
repent in my
Mint.
30s. I gotta make money to spend on buying and making comic books.
Oh, I thought
OnlyFans.com
Melonie
slash
Mint.
Titsman Salad.
I thought Melonie Mint was a person. It's Melanie.
I was like, who's Melanie Mint? Oh, okay, I see. Well, Mint doesn't need my approval for whatever she wants to do with her life. if she wants to talk to me about my opinions of the Bible, I'm happy to talk to anybody about it. But at the end of the day, she's a grown woman. So I just don't think I need to individually be hounding people about things unless they bring up the discussion. I'll do it broadly on my social media, but I just don't like to personally do that with people
Like
unless
if
they
you
bring it up.
know, if you know Melonie, you know where she stands on it.
Yeah,
So it's like
exactly.
she's not. It's not worth her quality of life to go around.
That's right.
As long as you're happy, that's all that
lecturing
matters.
people.
Yes, live and let
Yeah.
live. And Jesus forgives, I've heard. So
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to burst into flames if you walk into a church, Mint. It'll be just fine. So
Thank you. I have your blessing.
I'm glad you're okay. They call it the Mayor Sprayer. That's actually a great name. I used to be the only Mayor Sprayer. Back in my squirting days.
Someone in the chat did say you should wear a gas mask. It would be funny if you sold T-shirts and a gas mask from now on.
Add to my merch.
Yes.
Someone did ask me, "Did you see anyone in a gas mask?" I was like, "No," but that would have been
That probably would have stood out a little bit.
Just a little.
Yeah. And at first, I thought they meant like a COVID mask. I'm like, no, we don't let those people in. Check that at the door. Oh my goodness! So that was our excitement last night. Keanu hosted. Andrew Harms did a guest spot. Gino did a spot. My father-in-law loved Gino. Gino was his favorite, but he's always partial to Gino.
It was such a great show. We had the best time. It was like, God, how that went, swimmingly. Other than that bizarre table that wouldn't shut the fuck up. Other than that, Gino had the best time. I had a fantastic time. Andrew, we had a great time. And then somebody sprayed mace into the air, and we all had to leave. So.
Yeah, and I didn't get to sell as many shirts. No, I more just talking to people, and then I was distracted and didn't tip the waitress, but it'll be okay. Everyone's fine. Thank you, everyone who asked and called and texted, and again, that woman from Tampa did acid and had a healthy baby. That I met at the comedy club.
The baby is going to be just fine. It's not a problem. My brain, I just don't take any chances anymore. After I got shit on for not reacting, not ducking down and calling the police fast enough when bullets careened past my window. So at any moment where something nefarious might be happening, I'm like hitting the deck or running out. And if you're there, I'm going to make you do it too. So that's the only reason.
It took me a minute to find, but see, those are all from my dad's house.
Oh, wait, what is this?
They're arrowheads.
Ooh,
That is awesome.
That looks really
there's
cool.
a ton of Native
Are they sharp?
American. No, because they've been there for hundreds of years. But no, my family founded this town that we're all from, and so they bought the land from the Native Americans before California was a state. And so in this little area, each place, so that way the Native Americans knew that you didn't steal the land, they'd plant a fig tree wherever their little fire pit would be. And so there's all these super old fig trees, and all around them you can find a bunch of arrowheads.
I love that.
Ooh. Yeah. So it's like the fig tree was to let people know that the land wasn't stolen and somebody bought it.
The other Native Americans. So so they wouldn't come and scalp you for stealing the land.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
Well, what's stopping a white person who steals land from planting a fig tree there?
It's a special type. They didn't really. They didn't know where to get. So
figs.
these fig trees aren't native to the areas that only the Native Americans had.
Okay, got it.
So little fun.
He's like, what if I planted a fig tree?
Fun little California history for you guys.
A fag crow, just
yeah.
It'd be like this actually.
Right. With the leg kicked up behind.
Yeah.
It's just like there's flowers, and when they bloom, they just say it really loud. Fun. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you, Happy Plague Doctor. Why pee-poo ain't season they babies?
All right. The poem or
Is this John Fitzgerald Kennedy? Cracker Barrel is autoimmune deficiency syndrome. Hail the 199. Chrissy, you and your crew are appreciated. Thank you, JFK. Appreciate you. My goodness. So yeah, other than that, really fun. And then I have people saying that we're somehow making this up, that we're lying about this. And I'm like,
Oh
if
my
we were lying about
gosh.
this, I would come up with something like a lot more scary or I
Yeah.
don't or
They
It would
imagine.
be a
always
really lame lie.
You would have said like a bear pepper sprayed you.
A bear came into the club.
Yeah.
Right, there was a large bear
Now,
that
is
crawled
that
into the club with a canister of mace and anthrax and sprayed it into the air.
Yeah,
And then
the bear
growled.
came in
Said,
eating
"This is
a
MAGA
very.
country."
The bear was eating a very ugly yellow wedding cake and
It was very angry.
had a noose around its neck with a MAGA hat.
Yep.
Oh Lord.
Exactly.
That's a lot of references.
No, I mean, it's not, no one was harmed. No one said, somebody came up to Chrissy and pepper sprayed her in the face.
I would definitely be able to identify that person. If
Right,
it was
you
like,
would- right.
oh, it's-
I don't know why, but that's what I imagined. Like I thought, like in my head, the scenario. Maybe I'm just like a gloom and doom, like worst case scenario type person. But I really had an image of just someone coming up and like just like spraying you.
I would chase that person down if it happened
I
like
was
that.
just
Like,
thinking that because I
believe
was
it.
like, if I was there and if the dude were like twink enough, I would chase him down and try to tackle him.
No, it's some people do that.
Like
I
grab
don't know
the
how they
nearest
do
man
it.
and be like,
They,
after
yeah.
him.
It's
I don't
not
know,
like
I
that.
got that impression after reading your tweet. I thought like you got sprayed.
the
Well, she
air.
did. It was just
all right,
it was just a cowardly way
we
to
were
do
all
it.
sprayed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what people do it in clubs and things. It's just you don't know why you're coughing. There's a way
Right.
you can do it. And I tried to Google it after, but I remember it happening and everybody just looking around like, what the fuck? So it's not like a situation where somebody's gonna come up with like be like shh. Then you would be able to identify them and they'd
Yeah,
be
right.
arrested. But then they
If you
walk
do it on the
amongst us.
sly, then
Right.
no one can point you out.
And then they're gone probably before anybody realizes, oh, why are we all coughing? This might be damaging. So
Yeah, it definitely was like not like chirp. Nobody that worked, everyone who worked there is an absolute doll, and like I know all their names at this point, and they're great people. So
they're amazing. No, and they handled the situation as best they could, and they're still looking into it. So no problem with them. It's just freaks that do stupid shit. So
it's fucking gay. Paranormal operator. Ooh, so sorry that happened. Here's a little something for the security fund. Will you be in Raleigh? Any? Also,
Ooh.
congrats to the newlywed. Yeah, I mean, I have family that live over there. I yeah, we'll see what happens after again, I can't do anything right now because the birth thing is kind of in the way.
stays with child.
I am with child. God, maybe in the fall. I don't know. When is the soonest I could get back out there? I'll just strap him to my back.
Yeah.
Keep going. I don't know. I've never done this. Rife technology. Eat your jaundice wedding cake and be happy. Can't you just be happy, Anna? Thank
Wait,
you,
does
Rife.
eating it give me jaundice?
Right.
Oh, maybe.
I don't think I'd want to find out.
Democles of Syracuse. Keanu, new t-shirt on the front. If you see me running on the back of the shirt,
I'm trying to
try to keep up.
Oh,
Wow.
I
That's fun.
swear to God, somebody came into Gino's. There's like a bodega. There was a bodega, and I was getting a turkey sandwich, and somebody as a joke came in and said, "Allahu Akbar," and I almost hit the deck, but then the guys were like, "Aha!" That just came in. I swear to God, I'm like, "What?"
That's like their April Fools. They just love to yell that. Yeah.
Right, because the guys that work behind the counter are like whatever, so they're like, "You shut up, you sir," blah, blah. And I'm like, I just get spooked.
Did any of you watch SNL? So that was a big to do last night, Saturday. Shane Gillis was on SNL, and Shane was hired to be a cast member back in 2019. And as soon as news of that came out, his various haters, like we all have, somebody had a clip of one of his podcasts where he said the word chink, and the internet made such a fuss about it. I think several cast members of SNL made a fuss about it.
Oh,
and
is that why it was trending on
he
Twitter?
he was then fired before he could even do a single episode of SNL. So this is back in 2019. So they hit him on to host this weekend. So I know a lot of our people we know in the comedy world, Keanu, were like, "Oh, this is the first time I'm watching SNL in like 20 years, 10, 15 years."
Yeah.
And so let's see. We have
Did
a
you
little
watch it,
bit of
Chrissy, yet?
I've been watching the clips. I watched his monologue. Let me pull this
I have
up.
no idea who this guy is.
He is the new face of Bud Light, and he's a very funny comedian. And he is
I've probably seen a clip of him.
He's a slightly chubby white gentleman. Who
I
is
had before last night and seen it trend on Twitter and clicking on it to see who it was. I've never seen him before.
He's very funny.
Yeah,
that's okay. It's
I think he should have just done Norm's like monologue word for word. That he got on. But that's just
I do think he's funny on Kill Tony. That's the only place I've really seen him.
I saw his Netflix.
Let me pull this up.
Beep, beep, boop, beep, 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 beep.
God, beep, beep, beep. Here is one of the sketches that he did. And sure enough, people already want to cancel him for something from SNL. Packers fans are calling for SNL to take down this skit with Shane Gillis poking fun at Green Bay due to it being highly offensive and racist. NBC Wisconsin chose not to air this skit during yesterday's Saturday Night Live episode. What is so bad about this sketch?
Why would I joke about some Green Bay Packers butt plug that plays the Packers fight song while it's inside of you? And then when you open your mouth, it suddenly gets louder. What's even funny about that? That's crazy. It gets a little louder? I don't know. This thing just popped up. I mean, maybe my wife was using my phone. She steals it all the time to play Wordle. Maybe she had something to do with this.
Like, the premise of this sketch is that it's like so specific and random. Like, there's this, oops, I'm falling off my own chair. There's this, I guess, Green Bay Packers butt plug that also plays music. And
cool.
It's like so specific. You know what I wish they would have done is like just tell the whole cast to like sit out this one episode. Let Shane bring in all his people, all his buddies. He has a sketch group that he's already involved with called like Gilly. I think it's called Gilly and Keeves or something like that. Everything they do is funnier than everything I've ever seen on SNL lately. He should have just brought his own people.
Even if they got like the Lonely Island boys back, like I forget his name, that they would have probably worked with him a little bit better than they were on SNL, you know?
Yeah, Gillian Keeves, it's John McKeever and Shane Gillis, and everything they've done is so funny. And Shane does an incredible Trump impression. They did utilize that at one point. But again, like compared to Shane, everyone on the cast is just so subpar. And so I did laugh at this idea just because the idea is so specific and silly.
Your wife, Jennifer, the Methodist minister, was talking about Green Bay.
On her face. Wait,
So-
she wanted to do that?
That's such a specific scenario.
Well, I don't know. Look, it's just one stupid ad on my pack on, strap on. Constance Wu public appearance calendar. It's a bunch of random crap.
Wait, what is that weird looking app on your phone?
Oh, don't press that one. Don't. Wait, do you hear that?
That's a Go
Oh
Packers
my-
Go, right? Brent, do you hear that?
Brent, open your mouth, Brent.
Open now.
It's so silly, and it's got to be tough when you're like literally the only funny person on a sketch that you're working.
I don't think any of that was funny.
So that Twitter account is parody, by the way.
The NFC.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
He
NFL
said like
coverage.
don't believe everything you see on the internet or whatever on the bottom. He like posted something about like an NFL guy returning to be Amish because he escaped when he was 10 or something. So that's not exactly true, even though like people are
okay, good. I'm glad no one's
salty
trying to cancel
about
him
it.
for this kooky little sketch.
Yeah, I mean, was that offensive?
Not that one specifically, but I watched like a really long video from Dane Cook, of all people. Remember him? Where he was talking about how there's like a really like and maybe you know about this. I don't know really. You know, I don't see this world from the inside, but like that there's like kind of like a rivalry, I guess, between like sketch comics and then like stand-up comics, because they think that like stand-up comedy doesn't take as much effort. And so they're like,
what?
For like
stand-up comedy takes
that's
more effort.
That's what Dane Cook said. That's what Dane Cook said. And
Wow.
I know no one's thought about Dane Cook in a long time, but he like came up on my like feed earlier and he was like, "Let me tell you what I think about this." I was like, "Okay, thank you, Dane Cook."
Rivalry. I never normally say it, but that is the gayest thing I've ever heard. Between sketch comics and stand-up comics, they're like snapping at each other.
He said, like
Sharks and the Jets
between like
yeah.
in like the Saturday Night Live, I guess.
Yes.
Sphere, I guess. I don't know. Whatever the world like.
So I'm
like-
retarded. Is a sketch comic somebody that does sketches, like it's a planned out joke?
Yeah, like you can rehearse a sketch. And of course, yeah, you can rehearse stand-up by doing shows and seeing what works, but like
That's just what Dane Cook said. So,
well, if
that's
Dane Cook
my-
said it,
right?
I think it's harder to do
Remember him?
stand-up than sketch. I mean, stand-up is just you, whereas a sketch is the work of you typically more than one person. But
I always
not
think
always.
it's silly on like SNL where even if like a skit isn't even that funny, if they start breaking, then it automatically becomes funny. You know what I mean? Like when they start like cracking up, I always feel like that's like.
Jimmy
sometimes
Fallon made everything funny because I like when they start laughing. It doesn't
but like it doesn't even.
Yeah.
Fallon
know it's
broke
part of it,
constantly. He was known for breaking.
Yeah.
He's goofy though. The band behind Shane Gillis is not laughing at all and makes his hilarious opening monologue even funnier. So, and I thought he was going to go a little bit harder. I think he put in a solid set for his opening monologue.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shane.
So he comes out, and what this person wanted to point out, so like you look at the band behind him, and you'll notice that these men are enjoying him. You can see who's laughing, who's smiling, and you can see who's not.
Specifically, this redhead
girl.
Most of you
Well, she has no
probably have
soul,
no idea who
so
I am. I was fired from this show a while ago, but if you know, don't look
Smiling.
that up, please. If
Smiling.
you know who I am, please don't Google that. It's fine. Don't even worry about it.
Not sure.
I don't know. I
Smiling.
probably shouldn't be up here, honestly.
Not smiling.
I should be home. I should be a high school football coach. That's what I should be. Like God molded me perfectly to be a high school football coach / ninth grade sex education teacher. But that is what I want to be. That is, you know, I can feel it. It's in there. It's like my true calling. And you feel, you know, I can feel it. You know, I'm getting older. It's passing me by. You know, like my biological clock is ticking on this stream. You know how like when a woman's biological clock is ticking, she sees like a baby in a stroller and is like, "Oh my God, your baby!" Like that's how I am. If I see like a big 15-year-old, I'm like, "Oh my God, look at the size of that kid." With the right coaching, that kid could be something special. I'm telling you right now. I come from a long line of coaches in my family. My father's actually a volunteer assistant girls high school basketball.
And then he points out his mom and dad are in the audience. Like, how sweet is this? How supportive. I love that.
Linda and
Nice balcony shot.
Basketball coach.
Yeah. I was like, wow, wouldn't it be great to have a live parents?
That's great. Never mind.
Yeah.
That was gonna be a big hit here.
Jeez.
No, my mom's up there with my mom. I'm not gonna make like you thought she was a cool. You remember when you were gay?
And then like he does go into he does some jokes about having like a retarded relative.
Do you remember when you were just a gay little bam bam?
Uncle
Let's go,
Danny.
girls.
He's talking about how he used to be like best friends with his mom. It's very cute. It's a nice kind of homage to his mom, who's right
It was
there.
the first time I whacked off. when's that bitch gonna leave the house? Talk
Oh,
about
God.
them instead of anything else. But it nicked me.
Oh, this is great. Let me rewind
To
it.
attend to. Because before that, you're like, oh, where's my mom? I love my mom. She's so cool. All right. I hope I can say those words on TV.
And I wonder what he was stifled from saying. I wonder what he wasn't allowed to say. I wonder how he felt constricted in this monologue. I hope he does a podcast episode about it and talks about what it was like.
Anyway, my whole family's here, so I'll talk about them instead of anything else. Talk about my family. I'll tell you this. I don't know if you guys, if you can tell by looking at me, but I do have family members with Down syndrome. It almost got me.
Finally, something funny.
It's funny. Look, I don't have any material that can be on TV. All right, I'm trying my best. Also, this place is extremely well lit. I can see everyone not enjoying it. This is, just the most nervous I've ever been. Don't clap now. Shut up. No, I brought up Down syndrome. You can always tell who's never been around Down syndrome when you bring it up. Like if I tell people, if I'm like, yeah, I have family members with Down syndrome, people that have never been around it are always like, oh, it's the end of the world. Like, oh, are they okay? Are they doing? It's like they're doing better than everybody I know.
He's not laughing at all.
Pretty consistently.
Yeah.
They're not worried about the election. They're having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
True.
My niece has Down syndrome, and I thought that was going to get a bigger laugh.
She's
we're
so
not that fun
annoyed.
here.
Yeah.
But no, my niece has Down syndrome. It's a funny thing
she's
that happens
smiling
when someone in
back
your
there.
So
family
is
has
this
Down syndrome.
gentleman on the left.
When my sister was pregnant, everybody was like very, very scared. And then once they come into your life, you realize that it's easily the only good member of your entire family. It's crazy. And then your family gets like too proud. Like now, every single day in my family's group text, it's just pictures of my niece. And every day, somebody else in my family comments, she looks exactly like Uncle Shane. And I would be like, yeah, I see it a little. And there's no denying it. She does. He looks like me with bangs.
I love that's so
Just
funny. Like
happy.
it just nicked him. It's a great line.
But my niece's mother, she didn't know she could get pregnant, so she foster cared and then adopted 3 black kids, and then she finally got pregnant, and now she has a kid with Down syndrome. And her husband is from Egypt. He's an Arab guy. You go over to their house, it's like getting in the craziest Uber pool you've ever been. It's crazy. Like, how did you guys meet? This is. But there's something, I don't know. My niece, one day, I'm not saying it's like I'm looking forward to, but I think it'll be a nice thing for the whole country. I would say when my niece is probably in like 5th, 6th grade, out at recess, and some white kids out there like, hey, you're not allowed to play with us. You're retarded. And then 3 black kids come flying out of nowhere, just start wailing on that cracker. Everyone's like, oh! It's like a nice moment. Yeah, you guys said cracker.
Oh, I want Down syndromes now.
That's great. He like tackles everything, every group seamlessly there.
I
My
love
family and I,
that.
we opened a coffee shop
Yeah.
in my home.
That's like basically from
Yeah,
his
it's
Netflix
like-
special,
yeah,
but
he-
a different
no,
version
it's-
of it. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good.
Down for people with Down syndrome to work at.
Kind of.
And it's going, don't clap. Yeah. I didn't do it for the claps. I did it, it's going exactly how you'd think it would go. It's doing well, actually. Line around the corner every day. Not because there's like a ton of people going, but service is.
Slow.
Everyone's getting apple
Yours
juice.
is
We don't know
low.
how to fix that problem. There's one thing you know. There's one thing you notice though when you work with these guys, and it's funny. There's zero difference between us and them, and especially at work, there's no difference. Every day these dudes show up to work just. And you're like, what's your problem, dude? They're like, I hate this job. So, all right, hey, we've got a great show for you tonight. 21 Savage is here.
I think I
was funny.
normally don't listen to the whole of anybody's monologue, but
I listened to that and I thought, I mean, it's quite lighthearted. It makes fun of everyone. I thought he did a stellar job.
I think
Yeah.
that was terrible. Oh my god! Like I'm about ready to fall asleep. That was so boring.
I love it.
Who-
Funny.
Anna, whose monologue have you liked, or like what comedians do like consistently blow you away that you think
I don't
you would like
listen to
see?
modern comedy, so
Shane Gillis
none
looks
of
like your
them.
cake.
Even if they're
actually.
dead, even if they're from the past, just like I want to
couldn't-
know
I
what your
mean,
type is.
I couldn't name a single comedian for you off the top of my head. I just don't find a lot of things funny. It's because I have a very dark sense of humor, so nobody really pushes it.
So he could have gone a little bit darker, and that would
Yeah.
have, yeah.
I don't know.
agree with
just-
you, Anna. I liked the parts where he started mentioning his Down syndrome's niece, and then started doing comedy around that. And because of the ginger chick in the back, she started to look really angry. That made it even funnier to me. That she was getting uncomfortable. And
If
that
she had
added to my
Downs,
laugh.
she'd be
An
laughing.
Arab guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yes. Okay.
She's
There we go.
not
I like Ricky
Downs.
Gervais. There you go. There's the name.
And again, like
Mm-hmm.
this was a pretty wholesome set. If you listen to this, if you compare this to any podcast he's on, he goes way
Mhm.
harder, way darker.
You have to
makes
know
all-
too. They make you give them your jokes before you
advance,
can
yeah.
say them. So I'm just shocked he got away with,
as much as he did.
with as much as he did. So that's if you go to his stand up, and I would think that you would actually like it.
Yeah,
Of him, probably not, but of there's nothing about this I found amusing. But no, the people that I've seen are I've seen Dave Chappelle and Joe Rogan and the bald ginger guy. What the fuck is his name?
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr. I mean, Dave Chappelle's pretty funny. Bill Burr was very disappointing. And then who else have I seen? I mean, aside from you guys, I'm trying to think. But no, I guess like Ricky Gervais, his humor, but I don't know, a little bit more. I still think he holds back too much.
Yeah, and you know what? He probably did have to hold back a fair amount
Yeah.
on SNL. Here, oh, Kim is back. I didn't know that you had left. You said this was similar to his Netflix
So-
joke. Well, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
like his Netflix special. Yeah, like this is this is hilarious. I think,
This is
and
the
he's
bit?
Down syndrome, you can always tell who's never been around it in their lives. You know what I mean? Like if I tell people, if I'm like, yeah, I have family members with Down syndrome, people that have never been around it are always like, oh, are they doing okay? It's like, they're doing better than everybody I know.
They're having a blast.
They're the only dudes I know having a good time pretty consistently. They're on fucking Capri Suns. Having a good time. Dude, my Uncle Danny sneaks.
And you can already tell he's so much more loose and comfortable
Right.
Yes, right.
in this.
And you know what?
Sandwiches
He
in
has a
restaurants.
mustache, so he's automatically funnier.
Oh yeah, he licked the
Just in
mustache.
case they don't serve grilled cheese sandwiches. You don't know where he's getting these fucking things. It's the best. It's the best. You'll be out to dinner with him. You look across the table. You see him sneaking a grilled cheese. Just, yo, where'd you get that cheese, Danny?
Oh my god.
His dad's with him. He's like, that fucker, he's been making him at night. I know he is. I'm not
He's
making him
having
at
more
night,
fun
Dad.
here.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
he'll look at you and be like, I'm making him at night.
That's what's great about Shane's face. He knows he doesn't have to do much to make himself look retarded, and he uses
Yeah.
that
Like
to
you
his
said, it
advantage
nicked
again.
him.
Yeah,
That
it's
was
such
what
a
got
nick
me
to
laughing the most when he's like, "Oh, I barely dodged it," because he does have like the wide set eyes. I thought it was hilarious. He's funny.
He is a funny guy, and again, like I would recommend, like if that didn't float your boat, listen to any podcast he's been on. I mean, even the shit that got him fired from SNL. He's one of the funniest dudes.
He
And
is.
that's what I would.
Theo Vaughn was pretty good.
I would like to know like what the kind of guidelines and rules
whatever.
were.
Same.
Can't you break them? Like if you give them a script and then you're like, fuck it, I'm doing whatever the fuck I want. Like what are they gonna do at that point? Stop the
Oh.
entire live show?
No, they
They
wouldn't.
could.
Have you
I
ever
mean,
seen
they
that happen?
or-
Yeah.
or cut it.
And you're never gonna get invited back, but at the same time, it's like,
Yeah.
does he really
Like,
want
if
to
you
go back to a
took
place
your
that canceled him?
dick out, or if you just drop the N bomb, yeah, I mean, there's a 5-second delay. They would mute you.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he was gonna be the type of comedian that does that, but I mean, couldn't he just start saying different jokes?
When I was at the
Has that never
contest
been done
episode
before
of
on SNL?
SNL, I think and they stopped it at the end when he started. Well, I saw it, but they stopped it for television. But he didn't start popping off until the end, so it wasn't. They didn't miss much. But yeah, they would stop it. Kanye West.
Oh
Woody
God.
Harrelson did something like that too a while back. I don't
What
remember
was
exactly
it?
what he said. Woody Harrelson did something similar, but I don't remember exactly what he said, to be honest. I don't really watch SNL unless people are like, oh, something happened on SNL. So, but I do remember that being a thing.
Yeah. I don't know why I was there. It just was.
List of Saturday Night Live incidents. Okay, every celebrity that's been banned from SNL. Oh, that's interesting.
Norm's
David
monologue after being banned and getting invited back was fantastic. That's masterclass, honestly. But it's Norm, so of course it was.
Let's SNL hosting monologue.
Peeing. BRB.
BRB. Skewered it. Okay, let me see. I would love to.
PRBing.
PRB. Now, is this from 1999? Let's see here. We could get a little bink. Da. Yeah. I hope Shane talks about his experience. Let's see. Was it this one from 99?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Will you get hit for this?
I don't know. Is this? I wonder if this is it.
It is. It's hard to find the actual video of it.
Okay.
The audio's good.
You're very kind.
This is after he was fired, I guess.
Oh yeah, no. No, you're absolutely right. That is my name. You know, when the people here asked me to do the show, you know, I gotta say, I felt kind of weird. You know, I don't know if you remember this, but I used to actually be on this show. You know, I used to do the weekend update news routine. You remember that? And yeah.
Why was he fired?
That's where I did the make-believe news jokes, you know? That was me.
OJ jokes, I think.
So then,
OJ jokes.
a year and a half ago, right, I had a sort of a disagreement with the manager.
Why were they afraid for their lives?
At the NBC. I wanted to keep my job. Right? And they felt the exact opposite. So you see, they fired me because they said that I wasn't funny, you know? Now with most jobs, I could have had a hell of a lawsuit on my hands for that, but see, this is a comedy show.
This is like an OG cancellation from jokes.
You know what? But now, this is the weird part, right? It's only a year and a half later, and now they asked me to host the show.
Wow.
So I wondered, I go, hey, wait a second here. Hey! I go, how did I go in a year and a half from being not funny enough to be even allowed in the building to being so funny that I'm now hosting the show? How did I suddenly get so damn funny? It was inexplicable to me because a year and a half, let's face it, is not enough time for a dude to learn how to be funny. Then it occurred to me, I haven't gotten funnier. The show has gotten really bad.
That's great.
So yeah, I'm
they're
funny
booing him?
compared
Okay.
to, well, you'll see later. But okay, so let's recap. The bad news is I'm still not funny. The good news is the show blows. All right, folks, we got to.
Wow, and that's in 1999.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I love everything he ever did. I wish I would have appreciated him more when he was alive.
I met him.
Oh.
I spent a couple of days. Yeah.
What?
Just
Where did you meet
basking
him?
in his essence.
Well, I had an ex that did a show. It was at Caroline's. It was in the green room for 2 days. I talked with him, and I think he had cancer at this point.
Oh,
I was like,
right.
Keanu, and then was so lovely and so nice. And then he would smoke a lot of weed. He'd be like, Keanu, can you walk me back to the W? I don't know where I am. And I would be like, yes, of course, anything. But I
Aw.
didn't know who he was until then. So I remember him talking about, I mean, he talked about everything. Fucking his Howard Stern stuff. And then,
Wow.
Chris Rock always tells you, you got to get your money, but he never really tells you how. Like, he cracked me up. I'm like, I love this guy.
Oh, that's
yeah.
cool.
That was
He's just being really like candid and honest with you.
Oh yeah, no, he was lovely. Jesus. Yeah, I think he was sick at this point, but he had I think 3 days at it was at Caroline's. Yeah.
Wow.
And he didn't tell anyone until like basically he died, right?
Which
Yeah.
I think is probably why he was smoking so much weed. Might have been
Yeah.
yeah.
That
But
makes
good
sense.
for him. He was lovely.
The best is when he went on The View and made fun of Bill Clinton to Joy Behar's face. This is like back in like the 90s where he's talking about like him being a murderer. Is maybe it wasn't the 90s, I don't know, but it's excellent. He would make
go ahead. Sorry.
I like when comedians will make like the people they're around uncomfortable, but like the audience is in on the joke. Like that's the sweet spot.
He did this thing. If you look up All the Stars Are Here, he was basically hosting this, I don't know, it was MTV movie award thing, red carpet thing. And he was just making fun of every nobody that came up. He was going, all the stars are here. And they just don't get it. They're just like,
It's a
what?
who's who? Like, who the fuck is this?
The real who's who.
Oh my God. Yeah, he was the perfect blend of just honest and not giving a fuck. Yeah, I would love to see what jokes Shane wanted to do but didn't or couldn't do.
That would be amazing, yeah.
I don't know. I guess I would have selfishly liked to see more of a very blatant fuck you to them, and I don't think he did that.
I think maybe he just didn't want to fuck them over and be like, fuck you, because maybe it would have been like, it's like, all right, I'm back here. So it's already a fuck you, I
Right.
mean, for SNL standards, that was pretty untoward, so
They did have him crawling back and offer him the hosting position because he's just blown up so much.
Yeah.
Every time he calls something untoward, Keanu, I love it. I want to like incorporate that into my vocabulary.
You need to have an untoward shirt.
I know. I'm bringing it back.
I would buy it.
So we'll put it on the untoward board right there. There we go.
Not to like have a parasocial thing because like I don't know this dude, but that truly doesn't seem to be like in his nature though to like fuck people over. I think he was just like cool to be
Wanted
invited
to do
back.
a good job.
Yeah. Like, all right, I guess come back. Cool. But I don't know him, so who knows?
Just the fallout of him being fired before he even started, for them to ask him back with their dicks in their hands to come crawling back. I don't know how you would crawl with your dick in your hand, but
And you know
it's already
the
a fuck
cast
you. It's like, oh my
members.
God. Yeah.
You
Well,
know
his
the
Netflix
cast
special
members
did
talk shit about
very
him.
well.
You know
Oh,
that
sure.
fucking Asian guy Byron, whatever his name is, like after that chink joke came out that he and a lot of those other people talk shit about him and probably
Well,
didn't
I don't know
want
who
him
that guy is, but I do know
funnier
who
than all
Shane
of
is.
them.
So
What's his name?
Yes.
What's the Asian guy's name? Byron something.
Yes, exactly. Right.
I know Keenan because he's been on there for
Keenan.
forever.
Keenan Thompson. People always, when I first started comedy, it was like a handwritten list. They're like, Keenan Thompson's coming, because it would be shitty handwriting. And then when I would walk into the basement of Greenwich Village Comedy Club, they're like, oh, this isn't Keenan Thompson. I'm like, he doesn't even do stand up.
Wow. Yeah. So I wonder, I'm sure he weighed the pros and cons of like, okay, what's going to be the outcome if I tell them to go fuck themselves versus what could be the outcome if I just do the best I can. I'm sure, right? Like there's something in there where if he does a mic drop moment, they won't pay him. So I'm sure he thought about it, all the options.
I think I think he came out looking like really good for a lot more people that wouldn't have been exposed to him anyway, that are like,
Right.
oh, we can laugh at this stuff. I know it wasn't
Yeah.
as untoward as maybe we would have liked, but it was just right there. And just that redhead in the back sneering is amazing, you know?
Yeah, and he probably just takes this, you know what? Let me show the side of myself that could be appropriate for SNL. Let me just show the slice of myself that works for this audience
Right.
and see what new audience I could expose myself to. And
What
try
kind of
to just-
person even goes and like sits in the SNL audience like now though? You know,
tourists.
I did it.
Well,
I did it once.
That's fair.
I
Was
don't
it
know
fun?
why. I met somebody there. You have to wait online, but it was Kanye West, who I no longer really like because he's just gone off the deep end. But I loved his music, and it was Kanye and Adam Driver, and it was when oh my gosh,
I love Adam Driver.
I loved Adam Driver, but it was the episode where Matt Damon was I'm not political. Matt Damon was there. It was a very cold open with who's the guy that got the yearbook with the boofing in it and you know what I'm talking about?
Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh.
Yeah.
So
the
excuse me,
Ugh.
I'm not yes, but
That's all
it
right.
opens up with Matt Damon's there and he's playing Brett Kavanaugh, and you can hear
That's
me
funny.
laughing inappropriately in the back, like it was absolutely hilarious.
Ed
Oh,
Pauly
man.
here brings up an interesting point. Shane is in the middle of negotiations with Bud Light that may have influenced what he was willing to do. Interesting.
Oh,
I think they already signed him on.
Get that money, Shane.
I'm curious about Bud Light's approach with this because a lot of conservatives are already still not going to be won over by Bud Light. And so
No.
the few liberal people that have money that are buying it, then they're just going to upset them now. So they're about to have no market, but
I mean,
we'll
the thing
see.
is, though, is that AB InBev, which is like the parent company of Budweiser, but like they own like every beer almost. Like beers
Yeah.
that you don't think they own, and the distribution of them. So realistically, like the Bud Light boycott, it's just that people aren't drinking Bud Light anymore.
No.
Like people are drinking seltzer, people are drinking literally anything else other than Bud Light. I really think that was
Law is the law. No one's drinking
Yeah,
that
there's
shit
It is the
water,
law.
Bud
I think
Light.
dudes
No.
should stop drinking beer in general so they don't get man tits because that's
Yeah.
yeah.
I
That's
think
the
a lot of
who
that
would
was like a
drink Bud
happy
Light when there's
coincidence.
PBR?
If you want to look like Shane, drink Bud Light. Should be
Aw.
there.
Yeah, I mean, do you want a dad bod with orangutan titties? Drink Bud Light. Or just beer in general. That'll do it. That's how I believe that's a whole psyop. Marketing beer to men and acting like it's such a manly drink when it is the opposite of that. That will,
Vodka.
yeah.
Just straight pre-workout.
I think a would-be man that drinks like an IPA. Like that, or is that?
Yeah, even that's kind of gay.
Okay,
That,
yeah.
like,
Visconti
remember,
would say the
I
same,
think
yeah.
all beer is gay. All beer is gay. It will, yeah. I think real men need to be eating steak and and all
Mainlining
that.
heroin like a
Get
man.
strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
What's the manliness alcohol? What's the most manly alcohol?
Hand
Whiskey.
sanitizer.
I think
Whiskey, probably.
whiskey,
Whiskey
Whiskey or like
Um,
scotch or something.
dark alcohol
yeah.
of some kind.
a brown alcohol.
I think it's manly when a guy doesn't drink and doesn't cave to
Ooh.
societal pressure or
Like,
No,
just
he
like,
should drink
"Well,
because he
I'm
wants to.
sober." I'm
Did
sober,
Jesus drink
dude.
red
Like,
wine or
that's-
no?
That's hot.
Did you?
But hey, if people want to drink, that's their business. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you should
I think
definitely
that's
just drink
great.
because you want to, not because society pressures you.
I like a man that drinks a Hendrix and tonic with a cucumber and a tie. I think
Ooh.
that's sexy.
I could go for one of those. Only another year.
Oh, couple months.
I don't think I could drink in the hospital. They're like, oh, what are you gonna pack in your? I'm looking at all these lists. Like, what to pack in your bag to bring to the hospital? I'm like, none of these items include
Sushi,
alcohol.
cheese.
Yeah.
Maybe, I mean, I don't know if it's
Deli
probably
meat.
not, it's probably not just the Connecticut place, but the hospital that I was with absolutely was like, if you want to like have a drink, go for it. It was like booze, bed, bath was what they recommended. 'cause
And
they
beyond.
couldn't-
Oh.
Yeah. Booze, bed,
So I
bath,
will-
and beyond.
So I won't show up with a giant Truly and a balloon.
Like, what if I bring a mini bar? If I just literally wheel in like a shaker and make myself a Cosmo, like a frost.
What cocktail have you like craved? Like
There might be a
Cosmos.
line, but
a Cosmo?
A Cosmo in like a frosty glass, or like a dirty martini, or like something like nice and muddled, like something really kind of not super gay, but like fancy and well crafted.
Makes me think of. Did anyone watch Scrubs?
No,
They always ordered apple teenies. Heavy on the apple, light on the teeny. Yeah.
Is there any alcoholic beverage a guy could drink that would be a turnoff or a red flag? Yeah, Cosmo. Anything I'm drinking.
I think it's more
Pickleback
so not.
shot with Tito's.
Except
I
for
think
like
it's not
that's a
being
red
able to
flag.
like handle your alcohol more than anything. Like,
no,
if you're
more
like a
like-
sloppy drunk.
I don't mind if you want to drink a Cosmo.
That's what
If
Clipper
you
drinks,
roll up
Tito's.
to my house with a Four Loko, we're gonna have a problem.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I think
I
can
drank Four
even get
Loko when it
over-
was the real shit back in
Yeah.
the day.
I was gonna
my
say, I
God,
remember
best
when that
days
had
of-
caffeine in it, and all my friends were going to the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
going 8 Loco
Yeah.
plus 8
Oh my
Locos,
gosh.
eight
better
Loco.
time in
That was-
life than
those
when
are the best.
Four Loko had, I don't know, cocaine and caffeine in it.
Tiger's blood.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Ooh, can I just say soy milk or oat milk?
Yeah.
Ew.
We're the generation that had
That would
friends
be-
like
yeah.
get their stomachs pumped from Four Loco.
I've
We used to
never
play
had a
Edward
Ford
40
Loco in my
hands.
life.
We
Oh
used
yeah,
to
Edward
play
40,
Edward
I
Four
literally had
Loko
pictures of
hands.
me playing Edward 40 hands with Four Loco. Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
because I hated
Oh.
myself and everyone around me.
Oh
I
my.
feel bad for Gen Z for not experiencing that. It was truly.
They don't have fun because everything is like goes on the
You're
internet
too busy
now. Like
eating Tide
all of our
Pods. And
our
Yeah.
like I went to college
They're
from like
too
2008 to 2013ish, and so like smartphones were a thing, but it wasn't like you take a video and then you immediately upload it online. It was like you might
do it later.
It like took like a whole act of God, like Congress to like to get it from your phone to your computer, and then to upload it may or may not work. And then it was like 2 pixels. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I really feel bad for young people as far as that goes, because literally anything embarrassing that you do could potentially continue to like follow you. Whereas I had plenty of embarrassing things happen in college, but you'll never know about them because they don't exist as far as like, you know, the internet's concerned, which is great.
Yeah. It was
It's,
nice.
I feel like it was like a really great time to,
Be alive.
well, yeah, be a young adult.
No, I
Yeah.
definitely was like the guinea pig people who like definitely posted way too much, and especially in the you know, now that I'm a mom and I'm doing the like I've done like conservative news now for a while. I've rediscovered a lot of my old pages, and just like scrolling through it is like.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 31.
Okay, I'm 33. Cool. I was just trying to gauge everyone's like
baby maturity
I'm
level.
23.
Well, no,
years
just like
old.
like the era that like we grew up in of like
Yeah.
technology versus like internet and whatnot, because it really did like, I don't know, because we were like right at the tail end of kind of anonymity as young adults.
Well, I mean, we were like, I remember when they started integrating like the assemblies on like internet security, and they'd like hire the person to come in, and she would like pick a random person and like tell them their phone number and their home address and like freak the shit out of people and just be like, maybe this could be you, and the pedophiles, they're everywhere. And like,
well, they weren't wrong, but
no, they weren't wrong. No, I'm not saying that to say that they were wrong, but you know, none of us listened because we were all feeble-minded morons.
I just sent Chrissie a this is maybe, I was looking back at my the gay club macing of 2014 when I was 21 years old, and it is the most embarrassing drunk video. I just sent it to Chrissie. It just goes back to, I was wasted. I don't know if you can pull it up. It's very short, but it was right after we got it. Yeah, I think I sent it to your personal Twitter, or maybe I just posted it on accident.
I was let's see. You did send it to Twitter. Oh my God! What, this is from your New Year's Eve?
So this was the New Year's Eve we all got, where I knew what the coughing was because we got maced at the gay club in the air.
Oh goodness!
Yes. So right after the fact, I'm so wasted and my makeup is streaming down my face because I had been crying from the anthrax. I of course have to make a joke like an idiot. So if you want to see it, this would be the drunkest maybe I've ever been. I don't know.
Ooh, I love the drunkest you've ever been. Here we go.
Look at me. It's awful.
You guys, that wasn't me. It was anthrax.
How did you find this so quickly?
I found it last night because I was like, do I have any video from that or how it was? Isn't that disgusting? And people are like burning faces and I'm making a joke like an asshole.
Oh, right. And that's probably was an untoward time to joke about anthrax.
Everyone was fine.
Untoward.
Everyone lived.
Untoward.
Very
Melanie, I know you have to run. My darling Melanie Mac. Let me see if there's any Melanie Mac related queries in the super chat area. I do not see any. Melanie, tell the fine people where they can find you. What is coming up for you?
All right. So you all can find me on YouTube at Melanie Mac Go Boom for my nerdy commentary stuff, my gaming streams at YouTube/Melanie Mac, and then my Bible channel on YouTube, Bible Time with Melanie Mac.
What book are you up to now?
Oh, I just started Psalm not long ago, so we're pretty far. So it's fine.
Just in time for Psalm Sunday.
Yeah.
I'll see myself.
Are you going to
out.
do anything special for Easter?
I should. Maybe I should just have a special episode or a special reading that day, just reading about the crucifixion and Christ raising from the dead and all that.
And wear a
So
bunny
what-
costume.
Yes.
How
And
fun.
hold an egg.
There we go.
I love it. Melanie Mac, everybody. Follow her, love her, watch all of her things.
Love y'all.
Good to
See
see
you.
you.
It was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you. Bye.
Bye, Melanie. Anna said she had to go, and then she was gone.
And then
so
she goed.
And then she goed. Okay, let me just fly through a couple of these. Matthew Hammond, did you see Chaya Rachik of Lives of TikTok meeting Taylor Lorenz in person, and she wore the meme shirt of Taylor's face crying? I did see that. I haven't had a chance to listen through to the whole thing yet. Did anybody watch that?
I only watched the clips of it because honestly, I couldn't get myself to watch the whole thing. But two
saw
things
screenshots.
that I would note is like one, there are so many posts about like watch Lips of TikTok get owned, and none of them seemed like really big gotcha moments to me. I don't know, maybe I'm just dumb. But the other part of it was, you know, it was just really weirdly casual, and I think I saw it. So I think I saw the Lips of TikTok chick post about how, like, of course she dropped it when she knew I wasn't going to be online for 24 hours, and if that's true, that's like really shady.
Wow.
I wonder how the whole thing even came about. Like, were they like, "Hey, let's meet up"?
Yeah,
I mean, like, it's clicks.
I am
It's
curious about
definitely
that.
clicks. Like, you know,
Yeah, that's like just I don't know. I've become
showing
very
up in the mask was like really funny.
well. That's
Oh
Taylor
yeah.
behavior.
Outside, like, of, you know,
Ugh.
insane.
Ghost Crusaders.
We all did the same dance.
Did a variation of it on It's Always Sunny, where they put it in Danny DeVito. Oh, really? I'll have to look into that. Thank you, Ghost. Steve Chandler. Shane Gillis Special Olympics bit and everything. As the Trump related is SNL has been subbed for years.
His
Gillis.
Trump impression is really good.
It's really good. It's better than whoever their resident Trump impersonator is on there. And they did a sketch about the new Trump sneakers, and then that was a good opportunity for Shane to do his trumpet. And then he put the sneakers on. He's like, "Wait, did the sneakers make you a better basketball player?" And he's like, "No, but they just make it so that you can tell everybody that you're great, and you say it enough so that they believe you." So they were making actually good jokes about Trump in that sketch. That was not a terrible one. Also, Jeremy Parker's SNL is about as funny as cancer nowadays. It's not the early 90s, and you have the Il Cantor sketch with Kirstie Alley. I haven't seen that one. Thank you, Jeremy. Oh, Ghost with an orange boy. Conservatives wanted Bud Light to apologize for Dylan. They sponsored the UFC. They hired Shane Gillis. He just went on SNL and said a bunch of stuff that would have gotten him canceled 2 years ago. This was their apology. Meaning SNL.
I don't know if it was just a misstep. Anybody
Yeah.
that loves Dylan Mulvaney, my identical twin sister, wouldn't probably drink Bud Light. It was just a stupid
No.
move. Yeah.
It was such a misstep.
I think that Bud Light kind of like tanking in general, like kind of was a coincidence with the fact that just in general, people are drinking less. And when they do drink, they're drinking like better things. Maybe some of it was like an intentional boycott kind of thing, but I really don't. I really think it was just people are like in general, people are drinking less.
Because
I barely drink.
Whoa.
I know alcoholism for women is on a rise, which is disturbing. But I mean, if generally it's trending now, that's great.
It's very LA to be sober curious, I've heard from Vanderpump Rules. So, that's the thing. But
sober is the new heroin chic.
I've been sober 5 months, but pregnant for 7. Russell
Well, I
Hall,
know.
Chrissy, and Keanu are modern comedians, Anna.
Sorry, there's a moth in here.
We will have to let her know. Andrew, that guy should have made a Sid the Sloth joke that would either make everyone laugh really hard or instantly canceled. Thank you, Andrew. Russell Hall. So, what did Norm Macdonald's penis look like? I don't know if you saw it, Keanu. Did he show it to you?
Unfortunately, I didn't. Not for lack of trying, but you had
The
your
effort
hand
was
on it.
there.
Thank you for the super sticker. Chicago Fawcett. I thought it was hilarious how, since SNL was deemed to be an important theatrical venue, everyone in the building was exempt from wearing masks.
Yeah.
Looks like Jeremy Piven in your picture there. Push-ups. Keenan Thompson doesn't have own song. Kiki's better. Anthony Garino. Why hasn't Hollywood canceled Red Letter Media?
You can't cancel
know.
someone who doesn't give a fuck.
Aren't they pretty independent, as far as I thought?
Red Letter Media.
Red Letter Media. They do movie reviews.
They've been doing
Yeah, I
their
thought
thing
they
for
were-
like a decade plus, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they're like an institution. Kind of.
MTB Steve, the new Blue Moonlight Sky Beer is actually good. I know, very beta of me. No, that's fine.
I like Blue
Enjoy
Moon.
your gay
I like the
beer.
beer.
Eric Dale,
What's
the
a
smartphone
straight beer,
step back.
even?
I think plain Budweiser is about
Schlitz.
as masculine of a beer as you can get.
I like regular Budweiser, but I also used to bartend, so that was like the go-to. It would be like shots of like Rumpelmitz and fucking Budweiser.
That's the thing is like I remember growing up, my dad always drank Heineken. There were always many, many, many empty bottles of Heineken around. And then at some point in my 20s, he switched to Beck's.
I like Amstel.
Yeah.
Or like Milwaukee's Best. Was that what you
Beast.
said? Yeah. I like regular Budweiser's packaging. I have a sweatshirt with it on it. I think it's iconic, but I don't drink it.
Yeah.
If you're gonna drink like shitty piss like beer, like why not drink PBR? That would be always.
I love a Pibbers moment. I don't like the way it
Pibbers.
tastes. Yes,
For
but,
cheap. Yeah, for cheap beer, you're not gonna be a PBR.
I like
The bar I used to go to had $1.50 Budweiser long necks. That's the only reason why I like learned to tolerate them, because they were cheap. But that's been a very long time. So.
Oh, it's Zato. Zato with an orange boy.
Kitty.
A nice swig of boot sweat after 8 hours in a coal mine is surprisingly refreshing. Yes, I've heard that too.
Yeah.
Eric Dale, the smartphone was a step back for humanity. Now you tell us.
We didn't listen.
We didn't listen.
Well, think about like how everything used to like having like a digital camera to like carry with you to get your pictures all like during your night out was like a thing because your phone can't like having a separate GPS for your car. I miss things being all separate. I hate it all being in like one spot. I like to compartmentalize my stuff.
I like it. However, I will say, I mean, it's like a full-time job staring at your iPhone all day long.
It
doing things
is.
from there, yeah. But
I saw something like that, like people like spending on average like 8 hours a day on Twitter, and it's like really, that's
I
a
wonder what I'm
job.
logging in.
Or all the parents who are like, you can only use 1 or 2 hours of internet a day. They're going to be mad at that figure. I was told that growing up. Yeah, only 1 hour of screen time a day. Did you ever have those? Oh, I guess I'm young, actually.
Yeah, but I was addicted to Neopets, so I would sneak around it.
Oh, yeah.
My parents let me sit by the television like this close. Just watch Rugrats. I'm like, why would you let me do that? That's why I'm blind now. But
my mom's the mom who like rented Stand By Me because she was like, oh, it's a cute story about 12-year-olds going on a hike. Like, I think I said something. I think like later that day I told her she screwed the pooch and she had like a heart attack. I was like, where did that come from? It's like,
wait, what happened?
What
happens in that
movie?
TV in my house growing up, it was never this thing where everyone has their own TV and anyone can watch whatever they want. We didn't have a TV. Like, I shared a room with my sister. We didn't have a TV in there. My parents didn't have a TV in their bedroom. I don't know if my brother did. Maybe he did. I don't think so. We had one TV in the living room, and I never got to pick what we watched. So I grew up watching. We all watched The Simpsons together, and then I would watch Married with Children with my dad.
That's nice.
And that was like really it. And then Saturday
Great
morning
choice.
cartoons. So I never had this sense of like I'm just gonna sit and aimlessly watch TV. Maybe until like after college, and then I got into like I watched Sex and the City. We also didn't have cable till maybe after I graduated high school. And then my dad started working as a Teamster, and he actually worked on the first season of Sex and the City. So that was like I was like doubly interested in watching it.
Ooh.
He worked on a lot of cool movies like Manchurian Candidate and The Good Shepherd and Rescue Me, that television series. So and so now, like, yeah, me and Frank have a TV in our bedroom, and there's a TV. I never developed the habit of like, let me flip through and just watch TV. I'm like Keanu knows. I'll be.
She won't even wear a robe, so
I won't wear a robe, and I won't even turn the TV on. Like, I'll be in a hotel all weekend long for a gig or something, and I won't even turn the TV on.
Oh my god, I didn't know that about her, but the moment I walk in, I turn the TV on. I need noise, and I got her watching Bravo. She's laying there like,
oh no,
wow, what is going on here? We had a TV in the kitchen. I had a TV in my room since kindergarten. My brother had a TV in his room, living room, family room, probably in the attic. Like, so I could sit there and watch Bravo or TikTok all day long. It's not good, but
what theme was your bedroom growing up, Keanu? Like princess?
No,
what was it?
It was sort of like Wu-Tang Clan chic, very eclectic. You have no idea.
Mine was ponies.
Yeah.
So.
No. I had like, it would be like a Green Day poster on the wall, very punk rock over here.
When you were like a child, were you like a kid?
No.
Or were you just like a super cool kid?
No, I mean, it evolved, but like when I was like, kindergarten, that's where I would say Wu-Tang.
Wait, you had a themed room?
Mine was lavender and had like pony wallpaper in it. So
Chrissie's like, mine was a cell.
What was your theme?
We couldn't afford themes growing up.
Okay, by theme I mean like paint / wallpaper color.
The theme was anxiety. That was the theme. No, we had a pink carpet in our room growing up, and like my dad would just absolutely scream at us if there was a stain, if we had spilled nail polish on, if there was like any stain anywhere, we would get yelled at and we couldn't put holes in the walls. He was very
To be
drunk.
fair, I kind of get it now. Like your mom would ask you or whatever, like, will you just please thaw the chicken? And when I get home, I'll make dinner. And then would get home and you hadn't thawed the chicken. And that would be like the straw that broke the camel's back. Like I used to think that she was so unreasonable. And now I'm like, I get it. And I feel really bad.
You should have thawed the chicken.
I should have thawed the damn chicken.
Taking it out when she asked.
Yeah, well, I didn't most of the time. But I get it now. I get it. I feel bad.
What did we have that bothered me growing up? We had a very thin. Me and my sister had like matching, of course, like bedspreads, and in the summer it was like a very thin, really thin, like pink blanket with like these nubs on it, and then it was a few years till we actually like got comforters. I remember it was like a big deal. I was like, wow, I thought that was like the lap of luxury is like a fucking comforter. And then that was like a slightly like thicker with like hearts on it or whatever.
The lap of luxury is a comfort. And I understand why you won't wear a robe. She just thinks robe equals laziness. I think robe equals peak relaxation out of a bath time, paint your nails.
God.
She's like, no, I'm not working hard enough.
I was like, I remember the year we got comforters.
I remember the year we got comforters in our cell.
When I was in high school,
Chrissy Dufresne.
I slept on a mattress on the floor. My mom refused to buy us furniture. My underwear was in a pile on my closet floor. Like I had no furniture. And then I go back to her house now, and my old room, it's got a bed, it's got a dresser, it's got a mirror, it's got 2 chairs and a vanity and a TV and like a little closet. I was like, what the hell is this? Nobody lives here. And I was like, you refused to buy me. Like even like I was on a mattress on the floor, Mom. And she was just like, well, you would have wrecked it. I was like, I would have liked the chance to prove that's not true.
It would blow my mind when I would go to a friend's house and they'd have like a really nice bed with a canopy or something, and then if someone had a pull-out bed, like a draw underneath the bed that would pull out to like a friend's bed that could sleep there, and I was like, "What is this?" Again, that's luxury.
My sister had that.
And like if someone had like a pillow friend, that was like so insane to me. You know what I thought was like only for rich people were like those tie-dye shirts that would change color in the heat. Like the
what?
I forget what they were called, but it was like a tie-dyed shirt, and when it would get hot out, it would change color. Like the rich girl down the block had one. And I was like, ooh.
What's that called? So Hypercolor, maybe?
Yes, it was a Hypercolor.
Yeah. I never had that, but yeah. That is cool.
God.
We should bring that back.
Like the things you think are for rich people when you're a little kid. It's so funny to look back on.
Well,
We're not rich, but I had a canopy bed,
and those were like
$15.
A drum set?
Yes, because they were like, maybe she'll be a really cool, chic chick drummer. I mean, kindergarten, you know, they gave us too much, but yes, a TV, a rug, a whole like bedroom set, one of those life-size Barbies. I'd always get stuck on my earrings and have to drag her to my mom in the bathtub, like, help! Yes, they gave us too much. They just loved us too much, you know. They still
me
do.
and my sister would always fight about. She had a Gem doll, like Gem in the Rockers or whatever, and she had little, almost like Frankenstein earring bolts that would stick out of her ears, and she had a switch on the back of her neck that like would turn on the earrings. And I remember like I would turn it on and like leave it, and my sister was like, no, like she had to literally ration the battery power on the earrings. Because like we were under the impression that like if it ran out, that's it, you know, like no one was gonna put new batteries in this doll's neck.
Gone forever.
The idea of rationing earring power is like just a core memory. Oh my God, that really brings me back. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get a Hypercolor shirt now. It's happening.
I don't know.
Lauren, you just sent me a link.
I don't know. There's like one specific kind of shirt on that site, but you can find them now. Actually,
I see.
Cool. They got like geckos on them.
Yeah, you could put
kind of want one.
Hands on them. Oh, that's neat.
Okay, we need to find that and procure one for you.
I'm gonna procure a Hypercolor shirt.
I used to think the Boar's Head stuff was like for rich
Boar's
people.
Boar's Head
at the
cold
grocery
cuts.
store. Mm-hmm.
It is for rich
like,
people.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like
I don't even want to say this. My dad to this day, and I bitch at him because this is what I will not abide. The dogs won't eat dry dog food anymore unless it has turkey in it, and it's boar's head turkey.
Oh,
And
no.
I'm like, one is basically not. It's a corpse. Do not just buy the generic brand. I can't even imagine wasting money on that. It always boar's head. I don't know if it's just the easiest one to pick up or what, but I'm like, Dad, this is no.
My mom cooks for her dog.
So,
Cooks
okay,
eggs and chicken.
You know what? Maybe he's just trying to be really nice to the pugs. I get it. Yeah. I don't think
pugs.
they'll know either
They've
way.
already lost like the genetic lottery. You got to be nice to them.
You should see them.
I mean, I'm sorry. Like they're cute, but they
were bred for the emperors.
Is Tulip a pug?
No, she's a Pekingese.
Okay. Is that like the cousin? A pug?
No, it
Pekingese
was
can
what
actually,
came before.
Like
It was the
breathe,
Emperor
yeah.
of China's dogs for generations, and then they came up with the pugs.
Yes.
I like the Pekingese better.
I love
Oh,
Pekingese.
Tulip
I love a
is
smush face dog. Oh,
Yeah.
my babies. They don't need boar's head turkey though. They won't notice. It's all right.
I don't even understand the boar's head turkey. A boar is a pig.
That's just the brand name.
It's
Oh.
it's a stupid brand name of a like overly expensive lunch meat, basically.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I like their oven gold turkey. I think when we were doing a little better in high school, when my dad got his Teamster job, then we could have boar's head like basically all the time. And we would get oven gold turkey breast and what kind of cheese? Munster cheese. That was a
That
big
sounds
deal.
delicious.
Munster cheese.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I know what Munster tastes like.
It's like
We were all
it's
like
a-
craft singles.
I
It's a
love
light.
craft singles. Ugh.
There was always a huge tub of country crock margarine in the fridge, always. About twice
Yeah.
a week, we would have egg noodles and butter.
You can use that for Tupperware afterwards.
Just
I was gonna
steamed.
say, and then all the drawers and all the cupboards are full of like butter containers that have other things in them.
Mm-hmm.
Gino does that.
I'm really trying to. I'm like, I can't.
There
They
used to
do
be
have
that
it.
like jelly that had like the geeses on them, and then you could like use them as little glasses. I actually bought some at the thrift store the other day just for nostalgia.
I don't mind the waste not, want not thing. Use the containers for things, but Bisconti will, and I am moving in here. He'll take like a country crock container, maybe, right, and drink coffee out of it in the car.
Oh,
like this is
God.
ridiculous. Absolutely not. Like we have to. We can do it a little bit, but we don't need to be. Okay, you can.
Country crock, we don't eat margarine.
I just couldn't think. I couldn't think of what.
You
the
just got
container
fact
is.
checked.
What is it? It's a
Out of like a
it's
candle jar.
It's a ricotta container. What is
Oh.
it normally?
What's that?
Any plastic container that you drink your coffee out of.
Folgers coffee.
A big
No.
okay, he'll make a big Folgers coffee container, plastic like this, and with the top and put ice
I
in
am
it.
not on trial here.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Sorry.
You're
I got
a
it
hoarder,
wrong.
Gino.
He's always pouring things into other things and sneaking plastic containers away. And I'm like, we don't need to do this. We could be better than this. It's all right. We could get one of these, and then we don't have to keep all of the ricotta containers. We'll
Yeah,
be just fine.
get a nice cup for yourself.
Yes, and we do not eat margarine in this house. I forgot. Yes, but
Yeah. Wow, we had so
People
much
use
diet.
margarine?
Whatever happened to your
I was raised on margarine. I don't think we ever had real butter in the house. My mom kept tab in
I buy that
business
Kerrygold
throughout the
now.
90s.
Once you get
Kerrygold.
Kerrygold, it's hard
I've
to go
heard.
back.
I've
It's
heard
so
it's
good.
No, it's so good. I can't
It's-
do other butter.
You can
I
get
mean,
it
I-
in like the bricks in Costco. It's amazing.
Yeah, Sam's Club is the spot, but I'm trying to the sale of like raw milk is legal here, but you have to like own the cow, so they do this like really stupid fucking shit where you have to like
They're like a timeshare for a cow.
Yeah, you like share the cow where like you like pay a person who has a cow a certain amount, and it's like, oh, this is part your cow, so come and pick up the milk.
Do you
Sharing
milk
a cow
the cow?
sounds sexual.
Yeah,
a cow
I don't-
timeshare.
That's so stupid. If you want to drink cow milk, go ahead and drink fucking cow milk.
I think it's so stupid. But when I do have more access to like these kinds of like raw materials, I'd like to start like actually trad wifing it out and like churning the butter and doing all of the things.
Yes,
I think
you
it's
get an
really
Instagram, a trad wife Instagram, and just dress in
Ballerina
light
Fun
colors all
2.0.
the time.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say I'll dress like Belle and I'll like do the hair with the little bows and I'll like like edit in like little birds and stuff, whatever.
Okay, so I grew up doing all of this shit. So now that I see so many people into it, I'm like, how Chrissy was telling me for my wedding, it's like, you don't have to DIY everything. I feel like that about all this. I'm like, fuck that. I just want to go to the store and buy it. I do not want to do that. I had to do
You're
it
like,
too much growing up.
Did you milk cows? Like, what would you have to do?
Of course I did. I milked goats too.
Oh, that's
I like
fun.
to I like to spend way more than I should on all the things to try to make something, fail at it, and then go buy it. Like there's an order of operations to that. Like
Well,
you
like,
gotta try to craft it first, then fuck it up, then go buy
Like
it.
the 5-year
Get a fit
plan
of
for our
anger.
family is definitely like getting land, like either like adding to or building a property and like having like some kind of greenhouse, some kind of like garden,
Oh, that is
getting
so cheeky.
animals.
It's so,
So, like,
pinched.
that-
You
that
could be
definitely-
self-sufficient and churn butter. That's adorable. It's like what
I think that
Marie
would just be,
Antoinette
like-
did.
Yeah,
when
I
she
mean,
would want
like,
to feel
well,
normal. Yeah.
my boss has 7 kids and like part of they all homeschool too, by the way.
As they
So this
should.
mom is like basically a superhero. She's like the coolest woman ever. But a big part of their homeschooling process is like waking up early in the morning and like feeding the animals and tending to the garden and harvesting the food that they have. And I just like I have a couple kids now. Who knows how many more I'll end up with? And I just think that that's like such
Aw.
a cool thing to
You want
have
more?
incorporated from like a young age. I'm
Do you
sorry.
want more? Do you want more?
Oh yeah,
Kim?
definitely. I want at least 5, but like I'll
Jesus.
take whatever the good Lord lets me.
I don't know how people do this
That's awesome.
multiple times.
I mean, like I loved it so much the first time. I literally I didn't even have TMI, but like I didn't even have a cycle in between my first and second pregnancy. Like the second I could get pregnant again, I was pregnant again. I was like, yep, like do it over. And I will say
awesome.
though, that like by the time the second one was like getting towards the end, like it was like feeling as if I had been pregnant for 2 years. I was like, all right, like I'm ready for a little break. I get it.
Now that I'm in my 3rd trimester, you realize like shit does not get real at all till your 3rd trimester. It's like the first and second are a complete breeze.
Well, I mean, like I had a friend who was just like a stick that swallowed a grapefruit, and I love her, but like I hated her so much. I was just like, and she was just
but
like
she was like thin and chic, just a belly.
Yeah, and I mean, like it was as if she like gave birth and then like was just like right back to her normal size.
Like Michaela Peterson.
That's my
Yeah.
plan. I'm going on the Michaela Peterson plan. I'm gonna just do just
Doesn't she
meat
just, like,
and
eat a bunch
body
of
wrap.
meat?
I
Yeah.
went back really. I was still like holding on to fat for my second pregnancy. Like I was like really getting into good shape, and then by the time the second one, like especially because I had a boy too, like my body just held on to all the extra fat. And I'm not gonna lie, like I've definitely been slacking in my regimen, but like it was a thing, especially with my son. They were telling me he was also going to be like an 8 or 9 pound baby. Like, tell me how he came out to be like less than 7 pounds. I was so mad. I was like, you had no
Aw.
business making me this big.
Well, Chrissy is like literally, it's like she could barely stand. Her legs are so thin. At this point, I mean, it's just she never stopped.
I'm a
working.
hen.
She does. She's a hen. She has no jowls. Her arms are thin. Her neck is thin. She has boobs, a belly, and a butt, but nothing else. No back fat. No.
Are you
no
waddle
nothing.
walking yet?
I have to consciously not waddle because I don't want to be a waddler.
Lila's in the chat. She said hi.
Lila, skinny legs,
Skinny legs,
skinny
skinny
head.
head. She has a very
I'd pay
thin
them. I'd
head.
pay them to say this. Yes.
Don't.
That's perfect timing to show up. Oh my god.
Courtney says Chrissy is the thinnest. It's because I keep. It sounds not like a compliment, but I misspoke and said Chrissy has the thinnest head for a pregnant lady I've ever seen. And she does. And I'm on jowl watch. I would tell her she has the thinnest, chicest
For
head
8
I've
more
ever
weeks,
seen.
you are still on jowl watch.
I'm watching, darling. I'm watching.
If you have a jowl, you have to let me know. Anna, what is this we're sharing?
I just found it and I think it's funny. So I was like, maybe we could watch it. So it says, what if your Tinder date didn't tell you she's 6'5"?
Ooh.
Oh, hey, Romero.
Wow.
I saw this.
You too.
Oh, you too.
Oh my God, her skirt is blowing up.
I'm sorry, I had to go.
No. You gotta be kidding me.
Tragic.
What? Come on.
Okay,
I
I
don't feel
think
like
it's
that would
fake.
happen.
I think it's fake, but I don't know.
That
I
is
think it's fake because
100%
she's
fake,
actually
but-
really cute, and I don't think a guy would do that.
And he's quite short. That's 100%
Well, so-
fake, but it is a good question, I suppose.
Yeah, like if a guy is under 6'5"? I mean, and she's also wearing heels too, so it's like she's probably
She's
6'6".
hot, and look what she's wearing. Like, if you're a horny dude, you're not gonna walk away from that.
I know, like even if you're shorter than her, like dudes, if you were this tall and she was this much taller
tall.
than you, would you do what he does? Like bye?
Frank is saying this is too tall for him. He would not.
Yeah, but you wouldn't. You wouldn't
It was
even
like a
dip.
plot
one
to steal
date,
my
Frank?
kidneys.
Frank, you would walk away. You would not give it one date.
Attaboy, Frank.
Wait, but would
Careful,
you be
man.
like him?
Wow.
Would you be like him? Like bye? Like I gotta go, or would you be like, oh, I'm sorry, like you're too tall for me, like I'm just not
would
into
you be
this?
like bye, like on site? You just be like, oh, turn around, about face, and leave.
This is staged as fuck, though.
He would do one.
It
I think he would do
is.
one date and just be cordial. No, you would leave. I would not do a date. You would not do a date. What if she lied about her height? Like, what if you didn't know till you showed up?
Is the date happening now?
The date is happening now. This is what happened. I guess she lied about her height. He walked up. He said hello, and then he said, "I have to go."
I just don't think she said anything about her height. He just
Too
showed up.
tall. Frank is against it.
I would cut the date short.
He would cut the date short. Okay.
Yeah, you would.
He's a gentleman. He would sit down and
Wow.
be like, "Oh, something. I have terrible news. I just got a phone call, and I have to go. I have to go save someone's life. I don't know. I mean, he would make
have
a
to walk
bad deal.
I dated a 5'3" man for 3 months because I didn't want to be a cunt and break up with him just because he was short.
This woman is hot enough; she can get a basketball player and call it
Yeah.
a day. I mean, Kendall Jenner and Khloe Kardashian, they're quite tall. They just gotta date a little taller, I suppose. But
I disagree. I've met Kendall in person, and she is fucking short.
is
Like,
she?
be honest, she's about your height.
Okay, because I'm 5'6", but I always wear the Doc Marten
she-
heels. So maybe
Yeah, she's 5'7". I met her at Coachella. Her and Kylie is shorter than me. Like they're tiny. I think they just look big in pictures.
that's interesting because Kim is always like she's
Always
5'2".
angles.
Interesting. Yeah, I know Kylie and Kim are shorter, and I know Courtney's very short. But I always thought, yeah, Kendall was really tall.
She's just your height and a stick.
Interesting.
Yeah, Frank has told me like you would start to feel squeamish around a girl. Like if I was 5'6" or 7, you start to go, ugh. Oh, that's fine. 5'9" is where you draw the line.
That's what I thought
5'9".
Kendall was, 5'9". And when I met you in person, Anna, I thought you were my height, and you're like, no,
I had heels on when I met you.
How tall are you, Chrissy?
5'3". I was 5'2" forever, and then I just did a lot of Bikram yoga, and so I squeaked out an extra inch.
I would have thought you were like 5'6". I don't know why.
I like to
It's
have
because her
tall
head is so thin and
personality.
chic, right?
True. She does have a very thin and chic head. You're right. Absolutely.
I have a
I don't know.
tall
People were
personality.
saying Kendall is 5'11". Again, I met her. There's no fucking way she's 5'11". Bull fucking shit.
Was funny.
She is not 5'11".
What happens when you surround yourself with people who won't
Chloe
tell you
is
no?
the
big one.
She's not big anymore. She's quite thin. Ozempic is a real
thin, but she's tall.
Oh, she's very tall, I
don't
think. Yeah.
I think they're all just short. So the two that aren't like 5 foot look tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
My heating pad is about to burst into flames. I've had it on for like 3 straight hours. I'm gonna give it a
Are you
rest.
uncomfortable?
No, I'm like an old person with a heating pad.
Heating pads
That's
are
one
awesome.
thing I adopted
And I
from
have-
pregnancy too.
And
Like,
I have
that's
one
the
of these
best.
pillows behind me. It looks like a medical device.
It looks
love
like
all of the creature comforts.
It's
That's
like a
very
little hot dog bun, and I'm
Have
the
you
hot
gotten
dog.
that one pillow yet? Like the long needle
No,
pillow?
no,
Oh,
I
this
was
is the
sent. I
big-
was sent a longer one. I'm gonna try it out tonight, but it comes in pieces. It's this, and then a long piece, and then But I thought
Are
it would
you
be
too
all
afraid you'll be
interconnected.
too relaxed and lazy if you use the longer pillow and wear a robe?
I promise you'll wish you had started using it
pole?
earlier. They were a lifesaver during pregnancy.
What's the poll?
How tall is too tall?
How tall is too tall? Are the
I said
results in, or you
5'7" just to be
started it?
controversial.
All right,
Wait,
Frank
for
started a
men
poll.
or for women?
Is it for
For
men or
women.
women?
How tall is too tall in a woman today?
Okay, the poll is
Uh-huh.
for men. How tall is too tall for a woman?
Oh, I answered it.
Thing.
I don't see it.
You need like a don't vote, show answers answer, Frank.
Oh.
For us nosy people.
I'm shorter than Visconti, but with my Doc Martens on, we're basically the same height. But a man with confidence like him, I mean, and he's nothing but confident. It just doesn't matter. He doesn't think about it, and
No.
neither do I. Yeah.
I really don't think it matters unless the guy, it matters to him. Like, I guess basically
Right.
what you just said. Like, if it
Right.
is clearly like a thing that he has and like mentally, then it's never gonna work out.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I
I
mean,
don't-
he's taller than me for sure. It's just if I wear heels, then we might be the same height. But
Morticia
think
is
I'm
taller
too
than
tall.
Gomez, and they're extremely
And
happy.
they were
we're
perfect.
literally
I'm
them. He
5'7".
kisses my arm like that all the time.
Tish, you spoke French.
Oh, they're cute.
Wait, it didn't
You
show me
know-
the poll results. This is bullshit.
Democracy
think
is
that-
fucking gay.
I think that men should be like 5'8" and taller, and women should be like 5'5" and shorter. And I'm 5'7", so I'm way too tall to be a woman.
Are you 5'7"?
Yeah, I'm kind of in
5'7".
that no
You're
man's
blessed.
land.
You are blessed. You
Ooh,
have
I'm
those
jealous.
boobs and you're 5'7". That's cool. I like it.
You're a
That's
model,
iconic.
basically.
Yes.
Is that like the height for models? Is 5'7"?
Yes. Yes.
You
I
could be
thought
a
models
rocket.
like I thought it was like you had to be like super tall.
Speaking of height. Oh shit!
Ow.
What the hell?
What the hell was that?
What the hell is that crazy noise?
It's our biggest fan.
Okay, it was like a demon noise. Uh-oh. Oh god.
There's
Oh
a
my
cricket.
god.
All right.
Lila,
Lila,
pick your mic.
Fix your mic, Lila.
Lila, I don't
Really
think
good.
it's plugged in all the way.
Oh my
It's not
god,
plugged
that's
in all the way.
horrible. It's not. It sounds like death on
Up in
wheels.
the
All
mud.
right, I'm looking at your new
She's
poll.
trying
Like,
hard.
how tall is too tall to date a woman? Are you speaking like a man? Like how tall does a man have to be?
You
Too
want
tall
good
to-
kissing height. You don't want to crane.
I
your
think it's like
neck.
from the man's perspective, how tall is too tall for the woman to be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Ah!
Oh my god.
I have to pee. I have to pee. Vamp.
We'll
You can do
dish.
it.
We'll talk about how thin your head is. No, I don't
It
think
really
that
is though.
And her legs.
it is.
I forget the
Not
legs.
thin in a
I don't-
bad way. She's pregnant. but I
No,
swear
it's
to
like
God. Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep
No, she's
telling
certainly
her.
taking good care of herself. Like
from
that's
like
not-
here up, aside from like obviously the, you know,
I saw her
the
last
booby
night
region.
in her she has a belly, boobs, and a butt now, but basically her legs are toothpicks.
Darn.
I said, "You're like a hen." This is, and then her face is exactly the same as it's always been. Neck, nothing, no. So,
That's great.
but that's because she never stops working, never stops working out. So I think that baby's gonna slide right out and just be like, "Where's my microphone, Mama?" I
That
have
baby's
something
gonna be
to
certainly
say.
has a really good chance of that, of having like a really smooth delivery. I keep trying to remind her of that.
I'm sure she will. I'm sure she will. Yeah, and she'll bounce right back. So
My
I
mom,
even-
like, she wants me to get pregnant so bad, and then she's just like, I want a grandchild, but she's also like, karma's been coming for you, Anna, after the hell you put me through, and I'm like, oh fuck.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Did you put
I
her
got
through
that
hell?
from all the parents and stuff. Like, you're gonna like, you know, like if karma's a real thing, then like me and my husband have like a lot of stuff to get karmic balance for, and it's just like
Remind me, Kim, how many kids do you have?
I have two.
And
A
you
boy
want
and
5?
yeah.
You have a boy and a girl, you said?
Yeah. I had my daughter
awesome.
first. Yeah, Aria and Jack.
I think everybody, like, I'm
names.
best friends with my mom, but I definitely feel like in teenage years with a girl, you go through a phase with your mom where you just hate her, right? I mean,
I know. I don't know. It's like I don't have like any sort of standard relationship with any kind of maternal or paternal figure. So like I'm here and I'm showing up and I'm doing my darndest to like correct generational wrongs and just like be a good mom. So I do sort of like feel like I'm flying blind without a script though, because like I
Showing
said,
up matters like significantly though. That's like most of it.
yeah, I mean, like I really worked hard to make it so that like all of my work can be done like with me at home, and like homeschooling them is going to be really important, and like having that kind of like really solid church community has been really like epic, and like that was a big deal for us when we were trying to find a place to live, and we got
Awesome.
really, really lucky.
and I forget where you live, but you were
I mean, it's a big enough state. It's West Virginia.
West Virginia. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm because
state.
It's beautiful, but like, and I mean, I'm saying this live on a podcast, but like, I like to tell people that like it's horrible. Don't tell anybody it's nice here, because like, as far as I'm concerned, like you tell your friends that it's just full of meth and hicks and trailer parks, and like everybody's like
There's
marrying
a
their cousin.
really bad echo, Lila. There's a
Oh,
really
thank
bad echo. Oh.
She'll figure it out.
got
Lila,
this, girl.
can you hear us? Yep, I can hear me.
I was gonna say we
It's
could
beautiful.
hear
It's
you.
giving the effect.
Hello.
What about now?
Echo.
Is it working?
It's like we're in a cave.
Is it working?
We
Yes,
can
we
hear
have
you.
a terrible echo.
What the fuck? Okay.
Are you listening to the show on your phone or something?
No, I'm not.
Or any other?
Hello.
What is happening? I've had the worst YouTube day ever.
You're doing great.
You look beautiful.
You do.
You look
Someone just wrote that
beautiful.
it sounds like we're underwater.
Okay, what about now?
And that's so accurate.
Is this okay?
Ah.
You sound really quiet, or at least I can barely hear
Did
it.
that fix it?
Lila. Okay, yes,
Yeah.
that works.
Good.
Perfect.
Good job.
Whatever you did is better.
It's good now?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi, darling.
Hey guys. Oh my god, I've had the worst YouTube day. I've been on YouTube all day trying to fucking figure out shit. But hi.
What are you trying to figure out?
So I got monetized, but then it wanted all this information. I figured out like my YouTube account was my AdSense account was like was labeled as business, but it's not a business, and you have to have all this like paperwork for business, which I don't have a business. Anyways, I need to switch it back to an individual, but you can't do that. So I just started a whole new YouTube channel.
Oh no!
Really?
Yeah.
Did you delete the other one?
I didn't delete it, but I just I'm just starting over.
Is that a fruit by the foot?
You could, Lila. So that
It's a
was
healthy one. It's a fruit tape. They're
I
my
want
favorite
one.
things on the whole planet. They're
my God,
Annie's
I know.
brand. They're the most delicious thing ever in the world.
That sounds delicious.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Lila.
It's okay.
Lila, they have actually,
Like
surprisingly,
fly
they actually have good customer service, because they know that if they fuck with somebody's money, they can be sued, because withholding money is illegal. So, well, when you haven't done anything illegal for them to withhold it. But so if you contact them, they'll get back to you within 5 business days and just tell them, hey, this is the mistake, I need it fixed. And even if you do it through your YouTube community tab, if you go to your back end, there'll be a little chat box up at the top where it says create. There's a question mark, then there's a little box. You click the customer support, it's YouTube. You tell them you need your AdSense fixed and they'll get you in touch with someone.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do because it's like I just went through a bunch of other people's what they did. It's like when I created my AdSense, I made it a business instead of making it an individual, and that like just messed everything up.
They'll fix it. You don't have to start over.
Okay, well, I did make a new YouTube channel just in case because they said you can change your AdSense account in 32 days. So I'm like, I'm just gonna make a new channel. I don't know. It's okay.
Listen, my mortal enemy is cords. I am not technologically sound. I can't stand it. And it's so frustrating. I get it. Yeah.
It's okay.
As long as you didn't delete your other one.
I didn't delete anything. I just created a new thing, but it's like you can only learn if you're in there, you know? So it's just stressful. But it's okay, guys. I don't want to bring the mood down. I feel like
No, you did not.
You didn't
bring the mood down.
Let's all take a deep breath.
A cleansing breath.
Yes, a cleansing breath. Ooh,
I have a fun topic here. When I get big and famous, this will be me. Celebrity travel agent says 1-star client demanded a medium-sized dog in all of their hotel rooms and had to ask the staff to borrow their pooches. Ooh.
What? This is real. And you know what? Chrissy, you could demand that now and someone would make it happen for you. And I think you should have a medium-sized dog and a gas mask in all of your hotel rooms. Absolutely.
Okay, Joe Paradvilla's podcast, Good Listen This Weekend by travel agent and concierge to the stars Rob Delibovie, who revealed one of the odder celebrity requests he's gotten has been to fetch a medium-sized dog to keep a star company at each of the celebs' travel destinations.
What?
You have somebody who, companionship-wise, likes to request a medium-sized dog in all hotel rooms. So when the particular traveler gets to town, they need a dog. They don't want to own a dog. They don't want to travel with a dog. They just want the dog there.
What counts as a medium-sized dog?
Medium size, I think, is like 35 pounds.
And it can talk to your dead relatives.
Yeah, Muffin's 35 pounds. She's medium.
Do you guys remember Hotel for Dogs? Like that movie?
No.
This kind of reminds me of.
I don't. I remember the movie name. I don't know what it was.
Too small.
It's about a hotel for dogs.
That's what I would request. I'm like, I want a little one.
A little one. You would want something with stained eyes.
Yes.
Christie.
I want a German Shepherd. That's what I want for a dog.
The temporary 4-legged best friend would either be found at a local shelter or by hotel staff who were asked to part with their personal pet for the night. Wow. I wouldn't do that.
I posted a link in the private chat of the dog I want. They're called Silken Windhounds. They're very cute. I love them.
Windhound.
Ooh.
It's the first.
Ew.
They're adorable. Shut up.
Sorry,
They're so cute.
I'm judging your choice of dog.
It's a sight hound that's bred in the United States, and they live for like 20 years.
Ugh.
I love it.
I mean, I'll never turn a dog away, but this is never my first pick.
It. Look at it.
It's so adorable. It's got a weird nose. It's got like a long weird head.
I love it. It's perfect. They live for like 20 years. They have perfect health. They've like been bred for like excellent health. And they're
thank you.
It's the first sight hound out of the United States. I'm super stoked. I want one.
It looks so much in person.
Dog I ever saw. I love him.
Oh. It's one of those things that it's like got a face only a mother can love. Oh my God. Ow.
How dare you? I'm offended.
Not a great face. Again, I love every dog, but
I'm with you.
That's the perfect face.
Photos.
It is the perfect face. I would love that dog.
Look at it. You can wrap a little towel, like it'd be like a little babushka.
Rambo is cute. Oh,
look at it.
That dog should be on the cover of Vogue. I love that dog. It is
That's a
very
perfect
chic.
dog.
Yes.
Very chic.
Or
Classy.
dog.
Ooh. Yes, it's pronounced
This
dog.
is just a random
This is like
site.
royalty dog.
Oh.
I love them. I want one so bad, but I don't. Well, little cat.
Liam is not part of the. Liam is not part of Regalant's breeding program as he is altered. What the hell does that mean?
I don't know.
He's having too much fun instead of looking really serious like the other dogs.
Oh, maybe they took his penis away.
Yeah, he's fixed.
He's altered.
He's fixed.
I love those. And I'm a pug mother. And
I want you.
I
This
love
looks
the
like-
long-faced dogs. They're so cute to me.
And
They're
I'm a
great.
smush faced dog gal, but I love a goofy looking dog. And these are all goofy looking.
They got long snoots.
The Reaper.
The goofier, the better.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We're
Look at it.
tired. Pretzel.
Fritz,
That's a cute. That's a cute dog name.
Tell me
Pretzel.
that dog's not smiling.
That's
Yes.
a perfect dog.
Pretzel.
I want
Oh, it's
it.
a girl.
I'm with you. I love these dogs.
Okay, not my. They're growing on me, but never my first choice.
I still like that couch one. The one on
What are the
couch.
one the dog from Peter Pan, Nana? What was that one?
Yeah.
She's Saint Bernard.
No.
Yeah, I just like I
Like
love
a big dog or like a
big,
sheepdog.
fluffy, friendly, loyal,
It's
just like
just-
smushing.
Isn't Nana like a Burmese mountain dog?
I need
Yeah,
a
I
dog
think
that's
so.
gonna live for a very long time. If I get one, that's the problem.
Yeah,
I-
that's true.
You need to get a little Chihuahua, and they live for like 30 years.
Do
I
they
have
really?
two Chihuahua mixes, and like they're like the sweetest little dogs.
They don't look good old. Nobody likes an
Full-blown
old
Chihuahuas
Chihuahua.
look horrible. My dogs are so adorable. My one looks kind of like a whippet, and the other one is like he's combined with a Papillon and a Maltese. So he has like the butterfly ears and like the long brown hair, and he's just like the most regal little creature you've ever seen.
Papillons have like proper little like prancy paws. They have like these little
They do,
light. They're very
and he
light on
has
their
a
feet.
natural. I don't know how to pronounce the word, but balayage, whatever the hair.
Oh,
thing is.
balayage?
Balayage. There we go. He has a little natural balayage, like on his little paws and on his tail. It goes blonde. It's like,
All right, I found Nana. It's actually a Newfoundland dog. This is what they look like, and they are ginormous. Look at that's the human next to this damn dog.
That is like a
That's a lot of fur.
I
too much
want to
dog.
like get like 30 acres of property and
I
just
look
fill
at
it with
this.
sacred.
Oh, they're cute as puppies.
That's a
They're
cute puppy.
big. Look at this fucking dog.
Look at the
I
girl
just get,
surrounded
like-
by the black dogs. Click on that one. That's really funny. That looks like the Pornhub. That's
my
like the
God.
Pornhub
Rap
thing.
album.
Pearl.
White
Oh, look
girls
at how
love dogs.
majestic. Okay, that's cute.
They are so majestic. No, I
Yeah,
like
they
I
do.
said, I
Tough
want,
break to have
all
a
of them.
brown head.
That's a
and
lot of
white
drool
body.
though. Ugh.
I don't care. I don't
And-
care.
Yeah.
I don't like drooly dogs. I mean, I like them, but I don't want one.
Never get a dog so big that it could fuck you. You know what I mean? Like you have to make sure you are ultimately bigger and stronger than the
Listen,
dog.
even the little ones are gonna try to do that, Chrissy. That's why you got to get
I
them.
was
You have
gonna
to,
say,
you
the
have
little
to
ones try to hump you.
overpower them. Like you got
People are definitely fucking their dogs.
They shouldn't though.
But they
Haven't
are
you seen
doing
those
it.
articles about the girl where like her parents kicked her out because she wouldn't stop like using peanut butter with her dog? It was disgusting.
I was a big Howard Stern fan, and I can take most things, but when they would start talking about this lady fucking a dolphin or a dog, it's the only time I've had to just really turn it off. I can't even think of it. Good God.
Patrick T. Joe Biden's dog is available for the hotel. Oh,
He was
someone
biting
rescue that
people.
dog. John Winslow. I'm 4 feet. I dated a 6'4" female. She loved my height. God bless.
Oh my God, you have a
Aw.
midget in the chat?
Yes.
That's so
Mi-
cute.
Midgets in the chat. Andros the Warrior. I got my PS5 a week ago. Question: what games do you recommend for PS4 and PS5 games?
Minecraft.
I got Tukadin Kawami. Might get Tukadin 2. Be safe and wolf out.
Get Elden Ring. The new one's coming out in couple months.
I have no game recommendations for you. I would be like Among Us. Does that count?
Oregon Trail.
Get Elden Ring.
Pokemon Go. That's what I'm still playing.
Kate played Oregon Trail on stream the other day and died every single time.
You can still play it even? Cool.
Yes, girl. It's like classicgames.com. You can play. I grew up with Oregon Trail too. It was me and Guy Fieri, my intrepid husband, and we had our children, Guy Fieri Jr., Jen Psaki, and Korean John Pierre, and we all died.
I love that.
Ooh.
It's very sad.
That's really neat.
Yeah, here, I'll put the link in the chat.
Yes, link in the chat.
Something else that I can distract myself from my real responsibilities with.
Okay, it's playclassic.games.
Matthew Hammond, beer
stuff on there.
Beer might have led to modern censorship. InBev moved Anheuser-Busch marketing from St. Louis to Midwest firms to New York City and New York City firms in 2015. This decimated Midwest ad firms. New York City firms pushed censorship. Interesting theory, Matthew. Charles.
Oh, Charles number 1.
I hope this is a good Charles. Please put this toward an MC Hammer. Can't touch this hypercolor shirt. One of my favorite childhood memories is my brother was a huge MC Hammer fan, and he was singing "Here Comes the Hammer," and my mom looked outside the kitchen window and said, "Where?" Looking around.
Like it was flying towards the window.
Yeah. I thought we lived in a good neighborhood.
Where?
Where? Russell Hall, if you're picking underwear out of a pile on the floor, how do you know you're picking a fresh pair? I mean, aside from gambling.
Oh
You
my
have the
God,
floor
I
pile
don't.
and the chair pile.
I don't
the dirty
have-
ones into the pile.
Why
too.
on earth would I put my used laundry in a clean laundry pile, Russell? That's retarded.
Yes, she separates.
You have different piles, Russell. Gosh.
Clean
Organized
laundry.
piles are
Potato.
necessary.
This is towards some oven mitts for the dog. Thank you, darling.
Can't stop thinking
Eric
about
Dale, Smurf wallpaper. The Smurfs had a screwed up life. They did. They're very misunderstood.
They witnessed some awful things, I'm sure.
Young Pei Chang, my only Asian fan. Sorry for enabling, but it pays well. Here's my reparations for all the White Claw I sold to the ladies today. This is about the price of a 12-pack of High Noons at my drive-thru. Still
What's a High
classier.
Noon?
Oh my God, it's like a White Claw, but kind of better.
I
What's a
like
High
a High
Noon?
Noon as well.
Still classier than getting the non-alcohol claws. The peach High Noon is the best flavor of High Noon, in my
I
opinion.
love High Noon. If it's not White Claw break. If it's not White Claw, it may be a High Noon. But the non-alcoholic White Claw, I wonder.
I've never seen this before.
What's
is
even
it
the point?
is it non-alcoholic White Claw just like seltzer?
Yeah,
what I would
why
say.
make it?
Yeah, I've never heard of this.
But they put some sugar and spice in it, and then it makes you feel like one of the party people, I guess. I don't know.
Spectral Citizen, what's up, Spectral? Me and my buddy used to buy
never
Milwaukee
seen this one.
Best a lot when I was younger. At a 30 pack was around $11 or so back then. Wow, the good old days, Spectral.
A lot of
Slain Hope.
Keystone back in college.
What about Miller High Life, the champagne of beer?
Champagne of beers. Yes, those are cute too.
Slevin Kolivra. Would you rather date Larry Shungite or Sturgis? I don't know who either. I should know who these people are.
I don't know.
I don't know who either one is. Okay. Sorry, that didn't go anywhere. Russell Hall, don't get mad at me, Anna. It's not my fault your high school nickname was Skid Mark. Was it? I didn't know that was your high school nickname.
Sorry, I'm muted. Oh my God. Russell, be a little bit more clever. This is getting boring.
No.
Yeah, Russell.
Yes.
Do
Did you
better.
see one of us crack a smile? No, Russell, we didn't.
I often don't care what the Chinese think about anything at all, but a new study, actually Chinese medicine expert, reveals exactly how regularly you should really be having sex in order to stay healthy at every age, claiming
boy.
regular orgasms are key for fighting off disease and stress.
That's not the same thing as having sex, though.
Right. You don't have to have sex to have an orgasm. I mean, I guess it depends what your definition is. But I don't consider masturbating to have to be having sex.
Well, they're saying how often you should have sex, and then they say that it's about regular orgasms. What is it?
Then what is right?
Yeah.
All right. What do
Have you seen
guys
that guy
think?
that like measures his nighttime boners?
What? No.
Hang on. Okay, hang on. All right, I'll find it. 1 second.
Okay, let's see what these Changs have to say about the matter. Nina Chang is the founder of the Eastern Philosophy, a small business that specializes in herbal medicines, frequently sharing educational videos on TikTok. And she talked about the frequency of how much you should be having sex. She told her more than 286,000 followers that insufficient sex was considered an illness in Chinese medicine, before sharing how often you should be having an orgasm, whether you're 20 or 60 years old. What about older than 60? Okay. And look, 2 people who are not Chinese. I love that. Okay, so here's what she thinks. In your 20s, you should have sex every 4 days. In your 30s, every 8 days. In your 40s, every 16 days. In your 50s, every 21 days. And in your 60s, every 30 days. What do you guys think about these numbers?
I think I'm good for a lifetime, apparently.
I was gonna say, like, that seems like, I don't know, kind of like few.
You think it's too few?
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, like, every 4 days in your 20s, I guess, if you're busy a lot. I don't know, like, I've been with my husband since we were like 15, so like we have like a pretty healthy sex life. I don't know.
They've been fucking like rabbits forever.
What do you consider healthy? Every day? Every other?
I mean, I mean, that's sometimes, like, but he works a very like physically demanding job, so it's not necessarily like it depends, but like, yeah, every day wouldn't be like a weird thing. It just depends on like what the job is, like,
Yeah.
for the time being.
That makes sense.
These numbers are too low, especially for the 60s.
Way too low.
Like
low.
every 30 days? Wait, why? Does your heart give out if you have an orgasm
not,
at 60?
not old. And
maybe this is like the baseline, like minimum, like you should be having
For
it
health.
this much.
Yeah. Wow.
Because like you're right, it does like, I mean, like I said, every 4 days, like I don't know, maybe that like could be kind of accurate, but everything else seems a bit low.
I guess it depends like how busy you are too with other stuff and like your work
Yeah.
schedules. And
I mean, I know like when I first like had Aria, like obviously after like the mandatory wait period or whatever, it was like uncanny for like the first couple months that we were able to, like, it felt like every time we were like in the mood or like it was the right time or whatever, it was just like she sensed it and would be like, hey. So
What are you guys doing? What's
yeah,
going on
exactly.
over here?
Like, can I come out and hang out? Like,
oh my goodness. Viking, hey Chrissy, so sorry about your pepper spray incident. Hope you and the bean are doing great. I've been meaning to email you again, but have been busy. Thank you, Viking. Jeremy Parkhurst, I'm quite certain Anna's high school nickname was That Hot Girl or some variation of hot and girl in the same.
No, everybody should know this by now if you watch my channel. My nickname was That Weird Star Wars Girl.
Really?
Yeah, that's where my channel name came from. I just got rid of the word weird.
Oh, wow. That's a fun fact.
Yeah.
Did you all have high school nicknames?
That weird kid in the
No.
corner.
I don't know
I
if
did
they
not-
constitute nicknames, but
I did
they
not
were
have a
friendly.
nickname in high school.
Senior superlatives, something like that.
Most spirited. I was most spirited.
I won most likely to become famous.
Well,
Wow,
no.
look at you. That's high
Not in
praise.
high school in 8th grade, but they left me out completely in high school. So like in my senior yearbook, I don't even have a quote or anything like that.
No, mine
Yeah, I
was
don't
a
have one
Winston
either.
Churchill quote about like trying and failing. I'll have to look it up.
My senior superlative was most talented, but I was not, and I did
Wow.
have to take a picture with the quarterback of the football team. I'm like, who's this guy? I don't even, and I just because I wasn't popular, and then my quote was from Garden State, but they did call me that actor bitch in the
I love Garden
like, yeah, that would be my only nickname, but I wasn't popular. I was really awkward, theater and all that, but. Or Kiki would be a nickname, but
Keanu, you seem like you could be the popular girl in high school now, though, like in your current form.
I think I didn't realize that people liked me. I still don't. Just leave me at this CVS, Chrissy. I just don't. I don't get like I don't know. I never feel like anybody wants me around.
Did you guys go to your high school reunions?
No,
Mine hasn't happened yet.
I think they were trying to plan one. Mine hasn't happened quite
I
yet.
went
Guys, I found my yearbook and I was going to show you what I was.
Oh, let's see.
This was, I think we're in the 8th or 9th grade, but there's me.
Make
and
her
it says, most likely to brighten your day. Do you see
Yeah,
it?
you are. That's so true.
Oh,
That's still true.
What's Jeff doing right now? Where's he at right now?
Jeff Jensen. I don't know. I don't know where he is.
He became a serial killer.
I'm gonna look up.
Also, I remember in this yearbook, like I underlined people that I was friends with, and if they weren't underlined, I didn't like them.
Ooh. Wow, I don't know where my yearbooks are.
Shade.
That's pretty neat.
I used to have all my old yearbooks. I don't know where half of them are. I have my grandpa's yearbooks too. I have like a yearbook from 1950s, and everybody looks like so healthy and fit and strong.
I've been to no fewer than 8 high schools, and the high school that I graduated from literally doesn't even exist anymore.
Oh no!
They leveled it.
They leveled it like the Rio.
Rio.
Oh no! It was like the government closed it down. Like it was not like.
Yeah, you didn't have time for a superlative. It's not even fair.
Oh my goodness! Wow, that's really neat. Chirp. The chirp is real, guys. Okay, let's see. I don't even know if this will interest you guys. Have you heard of the Dorito Theory?
No, but I like Doritos.
This is as you would guess, a TikTok craze. This is the viral Dorito theory.
I heard somebody earlier today talking about the Dorito theory, and I thought this was really interesting. So the Dorito theory is basically this idea that you will ultimately become addicted to something that is not properly satiating you, because you're just kind of stuck in this moment,
McDonald's French fries. Yes.
To get satiation from something that isn't designed to satiate you, right? And that's how addiction happens, right? Is we just get into these patterns of like more. So like a Dorito isn't meant to satisfy your body. It's not nutritious, right? So there's this idea, right, that like things that are not satisfying, things that are not designed to be satisfying, we can oftentimes get addicted to, or just get into these patterns of just seeking more, until we kind of like throw like a wrench in that, right, and realize, okay, this is a pattern, like this is a ship that I'm on, and I need to fucking stop that ship, right? And so I was thinking about this in intimacy. It's the same thing. Intimacy, true intimacy, vulnerability, taking off the mask, letting another see who you truly are, is what is satisfying. It creates a connection that is deeply satisfying. Whereas we oftentimes will look to other things that create a connection that are not necessarily satisfying. I'm going to list off some things. I am not here to shame. I think that the things that I listed off are quite wonderful, actually, but they do not create long-term satisfaction. Porn. Sex with people that you don't care about, care for, like just like empty sex, right? Overworking, right? This like
No such thing.
martyrdom, right? That can oftentimes like make us feel like we're connected to somebody. So there's a lot of these different things, and I'm curious if you have some more in the comments. But these like short-lived, satisfying things are not actually meant to create long-term connection. I thought this was a really interesting concept, and just curious your thoughts if you have them.
That's the Doritos
I don't think she has
theory?
any.
Yes. Here's what I have to say. My hoe phase with empty sex was just as satisfying as I find Doritos. Not for long term, but it was fun while it lasted. Yes, when you're eating a bag of Doritos, this is great. No,
You
do
have
I
a
think it's
craving.
yeah. Do I think it's going to like, make me strong? No, I think it's going to give me cancer. Was I like going like, am I going to be, live a life but a hoe phase and Doritos, they're the exact same thing. They're satisfying short term, which
It's like a drug. You're
Yeah.
doing it because it's fun, because it
Right.
is for the moment.
which is satisfying in and
It
of
makes you
itself.
feel alive. No, you're not. It's not meant to be sustainable, but in spurts, occasionally I can see how it's super satisfying.
I find watching porn is pretty satisfying. Yeah. And then when it's over, you're like, oh, I'm disgusting. But just like you feel after you ate a bag of Doritos, but I don't regret the Doritos or the porn. It's fine.
Yeah. I would regret I guess I would regret Doritos more than random sex back in the day.
Whatever keeps you
Yeah.
thinner. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's how we all should feel. right?
One is burning calories and one is taking them in.
Speaking of burning, have you ever tried to burn a Dorito?
No.
No, but
They're
I've had a
great
burnt
fuel.
Cheez-It.
They burn really hot. Yeah, Doritos burn incredibly hot because of all the salt around them. I don't know science. All I know is that it makes the fire go big.
Fire go big.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds satisfying.
There was a woman at the show last night who was, and I love this because people came up to me after telling me their pregnancy horror stories. This woman's IV was on fire, and she was telling me about that. Like, I'm like, how did that happen?
I hate
Like, I
when
don't know.
women do that. I hate that so much. So it's like, oh, like, let me tell you about all of the terrible things that I've ever heard of when it comes to pregnancy ever. And it's just like, yeah, like, well, I already have like all these extra hormones flooding my body. Why don't you just like add panic on top of that? Like, stupid bitch. Hate people
No,
like that.
no scruples. That makes absolutely no
Chrissy.
sense.
Chrissy, girl, I got your yearbooks.
How do you find a yearbook, by the way?
On Ancestry. I have a picture of you. Oh my god, so cute. Hang on. It's Chrissie Mayr adorns herself with the whole Monopoly board and pom-poms. Her costume was well worth the glam, glitz, and work because the seniors scored high during dress-up day. Girl.
That's
you
why I
wanna see
won Most Spirited.
You're so cute. Hang on, little.
Can you
want to share it? Yeah,
Fine.
of course.
As long
I
as
have many pictures of you.
Wow.
Not to be
So
weird.
I've never used Ancestry.com.
You
It's
can
awesome.
find people's yearbooks on Ancestry.com.
That's kind of creepy.
You sure can.
That is really
Yeah.
creepy.
I
That's
mean,
so cool.
usually you wouldn't be looking for other people's yearbooks, but I'm creepy like that. Here you go. Yeah, you are.
Oh.
No, I mean, like, I respect a good.
Oh
my god.
Here you are.
Oh my god.
I made this costume myself. It was Spirit Week. The theme was games. And I took this Monopoly game from our house, took the money, taped it to glued it to a skirt, and wore it. And
This
I
is
was
amazing.
Girl, look at your
Tom Lund.
curly hair. Hang on. Let me
Oh my
pull
god,
this
look
up.
at my stupid face.
You're
No, you look adorable.
This is
Hang on.
spirited.
Hang on. Here's your senior pic.
Oh my god.
Share this tab instead.
Is
There you go.
wild.
You're adorable. I love you. This is amazing.
Where is everyone now?
Oh my god.
Look at you. You're beautiful.
Ah! This is
Look at your
before
hair.
braces. Look, there's
Yeah,
Jade
you did
Marcus.
Winston Churchill. You totally did Winston Churchill.
Winston
You're
Churchill,
right.
baby. Dare to dream, dare to try, dare to fail. And when this is accomplished, you will succeed.
Will succeed.
I thought I
Very
was
much.
so smart for picking that.
You are.
Jade Marcus right there won best hair, and it still bothers me to this day because I think my hair is better than hers.
Your hair's better. No, it is.
So,
hang on.
Well,
I have several.
Unbelievable.
That's
I'll send them to you privately if you want more copies of your stuff.
Okay.
If you don't have them.
I'm amazed and concerned with how fast you found that.
Do you have to use Ancestry.com to be able to find people's yearbooks on there?
Yeah. I pay for it because it's worth it for digging up stuff. But if you have a subscription to it already, you can find pretty much anything you want to.
But how do they get Chrissie's yearbooks?
Well, there's just like an archive of all kinds of yearbooks. So
Of
if I
everyone's
have-
yearbook.
If you go
Pretty
to a
much.
public school, everything is.
If you
public.
like, people
Yeah.
scan and upload their yearbooks, and then there's like OCR, so you can search them digitally for like names, which is
Oh.
nice. I found all my mom's yearbooks. We lost Hurricane Opal, like flooded our basement when I was a kid, and so my mom like lost all her yearbooks. So I was able to get her like digital copies of them for
Oh.
Christmas a couple years ago. So
That's nice.
you know, it's yeah.
JB says, Chrissy, your face looks the exact same as in your yearbook. The only difference is your hair. Yeah, my hair was super curly and super blonde. I guess if I cut it that length again, and maybe I could get it that curly again.
You're lucky. I looked like a fat boy when I was in high school. You look like pretty much the same when you're in
You
high
look
school.
great.
Now.
Oh, I was not cool.
Let me see if I can find a pic. I'm gonna send one.
I'll find mine. Mine is so bad. It's so embarrassing.
I had thick curly
I'm
hair.
an
Now
hoe.
I'm balding, so you should. That's good.
Are you taking the gummies I told you to take, Keanu?
Well, I'm getting around to it.
Okay. I'll send them to you. Simon Ho, virtue signaling on TikTok is the new addiction. It is.
Yeah, whatever that lady was trying to say, I didn't really get it.
Oh my goodness. That's so neat. Wow. High school. It feels like only yesterday.
Yes, it does.
In summation, you're only as old as you feel.
That's right. And look.
Oh, for sure.
Freeze your faces with Botox, and there will be.
Oh my goodness. Wow. I think this feels like a good jumping off point.
Oh, hold on. Do you want to see?
See what?
This is
I
me
have
in
a
high
Botox.
school.
I love you. You look adorable.
You look the same. You look exactly the same.
You do.
MySpace queen.
I'm also.
I had
also found a
clip-in
picture.
pink hair extensions.
That's
Yeah, I was not cute like that. I did not.
That's not
at all
cute.
excited.
That's
I
terrible.
looked like such a punk, like weirdo kid. I don't.
Oh.
I think you'll be surprised by how I look. I'm actually sending a Google Drive link.
Google Drive.
It's from oh yeah, it's from when I was in band, around drum corps kind of era. Oh
Ooh.
boy, I was like definitely a lot heavier than I am now. Currently, I've lost a lot of weight since then. Can I do this?
Where are you sending this?
I think I'm sending it in the private chat. I just have to upload this photo on Google Drive, then send you a link to that so I can just give you the photo directly.
Oh.
And it'll take like a second.
All right, I'll do an embarrassing one.
Okay.
Here's high school Kim.
I
You look
love
exactly
high
the
school
same.
Kim.
I would have thought you were so cool though.
Oh my god,
That's very
No.
MySpace. I love it.
Nobody. It was the most MySpace. Oh, I will do this.
That
flex.
is very MySpace.
But that was the look though.
This is my
You are
husband
so
and me when we were 15.
Oh my god, 15?
Just little babies.
Because when you're
Oh my god. Imagine meeting someone at 15 years old.
I
and
love
staying
it.
with them. That's crazy.
Little babies.
I'm
All right,
blown
I
away.
sent the link. I sent it to you.
Okay,
All
let
right.
me see if I can pull.
There's the photo there. There's the photo there. That's why there's a link there.
I'm sorry to laugh. Oh God.
I would have sent the photo, but you can't like send photos within the private chat. So I can only send the link.
I
Look
love
at that. Look how
it.
fat I am.
Oh my God, you don't look
You can see my
fat.
double chin
No,
there.
that's
I think
you
it was like
have
190 in
tuba
this.
fat.
You just have trombone face. This is not fat.
Yes,
Trombone
fat.
face.
Yeah.
It's
This is
adorable.
so cute. Oh my God.
I love it.
I love the hat. I'm living
Yeah,
for
that's
You-
called a
it's-
shako, and the thing on the top is called a plume. The feathery
It shows
thing.
you probably had great breath control. I bet all the boys wanted
Yes.
to talk to you.
Oh, they never
Listen.
did. They all hated me.
Tell me, Mick, was your trombone ever rusty?
My trombone was actually incredibly well kept because I liked my trombone. But I can't say the same for the other people in the section that didn't keep their
Ooh.
trombones as well as mine.
What chair were you?
I was
Shade.
first chair. I think at
Oh,
this point in
shit.
this photo, I was the section leader.
Wow. You have section
Like I
leader
was like a really
energy.
good trombonist compared to my peers.
I played the alto
Wow.
sax. I played the alto sax. I was second chair. I was forever jealous of Jacob Rothstein, who was first chair, and he had a nice, like, fancy saxophone that he had one that he could leave at home, and I had to just take mine back and forth. I would sit on it when I was waiting for the bus, and I was like really upset that I.
Do you want to hear this story about
the
how I
second
got
chair.
canceled out of band?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So it needs some
Yeah.
context. So
This is
their
Lauren
band
with a
our
clarinet.
band room is probably about like 10 feet wide, 10 feet long, and like 200 kids are in there, and like half of the room is being filled up with percussion instruments. So we're pretty tight, like, and people are like walking through 200 students at a time, just walking through like essentially a 5 foot by 10 foot area. It's really condensed. And so this kid in my section was I was like right behind him, and I had my trombone in my hand. I accidentally hit my trombone case against his butt. I apologized, right? You know, just something that would happen because you're in a space full of people. It's just something that happens. I didn't mean to do it intentionally, but like he was like, I even apologized to him at the moment, and he was like, oh yeah, I get it, that's fine. And then I get called in like probably a couple of days later to like the vice principal, and they're like, oh, well actually you're being accused of touching somebody's butt. Actually, this kid is saying that you're touching this kid's butt, and also everybody else in your section is vouching for this because all the kids in this section hated me because I would correct them, and I just want
Everyone
them
in
to get
band
better.
was horny all the time, though.
Is
I
it
didn't
tough
know
for
this.
someone
It's
if it's
true.
never
For me.
trombone?
Yeah. What's fun? Like I had like the least horny section, which was really interesting.
But you're literally a horn.
Yeah. I'm literally a horn. Like I am just like instructing them, hey, here's a better way you can march, breath control, just, you know, helping them with the field show stuff. And they all like, it seemed like they started to hate me the more that I would criticize them. Like it was like a correlation thing.
Strong woman. No.
And the only reason why I know this is like after I got kicked out of band, and it's like a year later, the drum major is in like the same college class as I am. And she's like, oh yeah, the band teacher actually pushed off the investigation of this whole thing of like me accidentally touching the guy's butt with the trombone case. That guy, that investigation went on to a student. She was a senior at the time, not even adult, and she didn't even want to deal with it. So how they figured out how to deal with this investigation as they had everybody come in and give interviews, not even tell me at all. Like no telling me what's at all, not even like wanting my my side of the story. I would have been a successful
horrible.
musician if
This
it
is
weren't
really
for
horrible,
that.
Mint. Yeah.
So
They
that's what it is.
really banded together to kick you out.
Yeah.
Banded together.
Yeah. Banded together.
Band together.
You got me too'd.
Yeah.
I sent
Wow.
you a high school Kiki photo, Chris, if you want to see it, or else.
What is
It's-
this, Anna? You look exactly the same.
This is me when I was like 13, the first time I went to Vegas
Oh
and I met
my
a stormtrooper. So I think I was just starting high school, but
Aw.
that's me.
Look how good your
freshman.
hair looks, even. Oh.
My hair's always been crazy.
Oh my God, Keanu! No,
I know. There I am. I told you. Get the
I
selfie.
can't. I can't. This is.
I told you I'm
so-
not cute.
You,
I had no
you're
eyebrows.
Different. You're just a completely different person.
There she is.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
That's cute.
Who are you? You actually
don't
look
know.
younger now. You look like you're 40 with a 9-to-5 job here.
Yeah, I liked my anthropology little blazer moment and my
Look at your peace necklace. Oh
bangles.
You
my
look
Also,
completely different, man.
yes, it wasn't
Wow.
but my hair was thicker. I wasn't balding
You
then.
look better
Yes.
now. You're not balding.
I look like a substitute teacher.
You do.
Yeah, it wasn't cute.
I feel like you look older here than you do
You
now.
do.
It's the
Yeah.
shoulder pads. I
This
was
is like
crazy.
commuting. This is HR Kiki.
Yes, this is, and I had no eyebrows. I had to have them tattooed on microbladed onto my face, and then now I don't. Yeah, no, I would have told you I wasn't cute.
I have some very uncute high school photos of me that I have to find.
I'm
is-
seriously
Oh, look at Anna.
I just dyed my hair and my dad took me to a comic book shop and I bought like I think it was like a collected edition of Batman Hush, which is in this bag. But I
Aw.
think I'm like 15 here, maybe.
You look
I don't
exactly
know.
the same. This was 2 days ago.
It's
Oh
weird
my
going back memory lanes. I'm like, fuck, I didn't. You know, it's like one of those memories that is like you don't even know you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm be hitting all of those right now. This is insane.
Push-ups. Lila, I failed as Chrissy's bodyguard. You were always LARPing push-ups. You never actually guarded me from anything.
What did you didn't like stand in the way to protect her?
No.
There
He
was
did
no
not
standing
he
in the
did
way.
not-
Yeah.
Kiki is my bodyguard. She rushed me out of there.
It was like Slumdog Millionaire. I only knew what was happening because of life experience, so I like Secret Service rushed her out because we just didn't want her ingesting anything. That's all.
Oh, Sam, we already showed Lauren's high school band photo. That was iconic.
Well, did you see that someone set themselves on fire in DC today? Sorry, I just saw that.
Really?
It's not funny. He set himself, but it's like
it's
that
just
seems
funny
a little
when you-
bit.
those
It's
words.
been a cold winter. Maybe they had a heating pad.
Girl, no,
over
he
heat.
self-immolated, but he didn't
Oh.
die. I don't think.
All right.
Anyway, sorry,
Well,
I
he's
just saw that. So
He's just doing it for attention. That's what people say about everything that
that
happens to me.
seems. I think of all the things that I would do for awareness.
Well, that's one
the
way
last
to
one.
unequivocally get attention is setting yourself on fire. So
Maybe he was trying to do. Maybe he was just doing a little bit of like a Hunger Games reboot.
No, he's.
I'm sorry. I'm
man is on fire.
I'm gonna put my phone away after this, but is this not the most obvious, like, your teen is getting stoned photo you've ever seen?
I see your stoner face. I like it.
Oh my god.
Very, very MySpace chic.
It's very like, I know my parents are looking and I don't give a fuck.
That's pretty
I'm sorry.
interesting.
That was a
that
black
really the man on fire too?
Yeah.
Is
No,
he
it is.
dead?
No, there's a video, but it's like 10 seconds long. I don't know. I just saw it, so I was just wondering if anyone else had heard about it.
No, I haven't yet.
He's like, is it hot in here?
I don't. That
Is it
seems
just me.
I think it's just him.
Oh my
That's so
God.
extreme to do. I don't know.
That's a bit much. Mint salad. Where can people find you? What is coming up in your world?
All
Let me
right.
put on these flashing lights.
Just the usual. I do daily movie reviews every day at 7 p.m. ET on youtube.com/ASCpresents. If you want to fast track a movie review, you can do that at patreon.com/ASCpresents. And if you want to help support the daily grindiness, check out this link tree, linktr.ee/titsmansalad right here. That's where you can find me.
This link tree right here, linktr.ee titsman salad.
Yes.
Yeah,
linktr.ee/.
Other side.
Oh, well,
there we go.
Oh, it's mirrored on my end. That's weird.
Yes, Kiki, where can people find you?
Keanu C. Thompson for Keanu Cast on YouTube, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Tomorrow I'm going to be on Larry Sharp's political show.
I love Larry Sharp.
Can't wait for that. Subscribe, Keanu C. Thompson, and follow me on social media.
Wee, Anna.
Just look up that Star Wars girl and you will find me somewhere on the internet.
Find her. And can they still buy your calendar?
No, that closed down. I've been shipping them. So if you ordered
Ooh.
them, I've been shipping them the past few days. So,
and if you haven't, you've snoozed and you've loosed. Kim Coulter.
You can follow me, Coulter across all platforms. I started posting on Rumble. I do video exclusives on there and on X. And you can also follow my Dungeons and Dragons campaign. It's on its 5th game right now. It's super exciting. Yeah, check it out. It's definitely worth the airtime.
Ooh, worth your airtime. Elle, do you have any things coming up? Any places people can follow you?
I do a show 3 times a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. You can find me on all socials, basically at Some Bitch I Know. Yeah, you can find me.
Follow her now. Lila Hart.
You guys, please follow my new YouTube channel, Late Night Lila. There it is. You can see it. Late Night Lila. We got 47 subscribers. So it's a new channel.
But also, figure out your other channel. Don't
Follow both in case she figures that one out too.
Follow both. Yes. Tomorrow we have Wet Spot, 7 p.m. Eastern at compoundmedia.com. Violet Brandani, Kristen Danko, Dre Delavine, Rich Carucci, and Joe Curry will be on the show. I will also be popping into Anthony Cumia's show beforehand. He will be in New York this week. And then Tuesday I'm on Real Ass Podcast, and I'll be jumping on In Hot Water, Keanu's betrothed show with Violet Brandani. Then I have Ari Jacob on my channel at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then on Wednesday, I'll be on Lauren Chen's show. I'm really excited for that. And then Thursday, I see Dune Part 2.
Woo! Have you read Dune?
No. It's a book? Oh, God.
Yes. Can you tell Anthony I'm happy he's alive?
Yes, I will. I will. How big is this book? We talking here? Is it like what?
Oh, girl, it's like this thick.
A thick boy. Okay.
Yeah. Good luck.
Boy.
Watch the first Dune first before you go see Dune Part 2.
I saw the first one when it came out, but that was like I feel like a couple years ago already. I loved it. I thought it was really neat, very sandy, very dry. Yes, please subscribe to this channel if you have not already. Follow all of these lovely ladies at the handles below. Subscribe to their YouTube channels, all that good stuff. And thanks for watching SimpCast. We love you guys, and we'll see you next time.